It's Friday. It's February 15th, 1929, the day after Valentine's Day. And of course, this is also the day after the infamous St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And this is an event. We are in the north side of Chicago where the massacre occurred. So this is an event that everyone's talking about. It's in all of the newspapers, but it's a very fresh event. So everything's quite speculative. And we're going to pick up the scene here, and it's wintertime, so it's very cold here in Chicago. And we're gonna pick up our scenario. We're moving into a very small office suite in the north side of Chicago. And as we go through the front door of that office suite, we're going to see a small desk and it's a very untidy desk. This is a desk that has piles of papers. There's old breakfast food kind of thrown everywhere. This place is an absolute mess. This is a small waiting area in a detective's office. And there's one chair sitting on the other side of the desk. And behind the desk, there's a very attractive man, right? I'm in character here. You can see it on my screen. Very attractive man, stunning kind of Chris Hemsworth type, blonde-haired man, permanent 5 o'clock shadow, chiseled face, brawny forearms. He's just kind of an Adonis of a man sitting behind the desk. But he looks frazzled, and he's just rifling through papers looking for something. And as we move through the door off to his right, we're entering a much larger office. And this is the opposite of what we just experienced in the waiting room. This is the epitome of cleanliness. This office is completely tidied up and spotless. And we have two chairs sitting in front of a long desk. There are filing cabinets off to your left. There are bookcases filled with books about crime and law and also just, leisure material there. And sitting behind that desk is a female detective. And if you want to take over and describe this detective, who she is, what she looks like, and what she's doing, we'll pick up the adventure there.
All right, so sitting behind the desk, you see a very tall, lanky young woman. She's wearing a nicely tailored man's suit, dark blue pinstripes with a vest, a tie, very neat, very orderly. She's got very short, close-cropped, sort of dark hair, brownish, cut close to her head. Her eyes are hazel. She's got very sharp, angular facial features. She could probably cut through diamonds with her cheekbones. And she's sitting very straight backed in her chair behind her desk, but she is rummaging furiously through her desk drawers as if she's looking for something very intently. This is Max Hammett, Private Eye.
Good. And Max Hammett is also, I guess it's probably mirrored from our perspective, but it's on a frosted window kind of sitting behind the desk as well. Max Hammett, Private Eye. And Max, as you sit there behind your desk and the smell of burnt coffee is really thick in the air, you hear a knock at that interior door, and it's Harry, your assistant, your secretary, and he knocks and then doesn't wait for you to answer, but he just peeks in and he says, I found the bill. I found it. I found the telephone bill. Finally. Sorry, Max, but I found it. And he's really excited about this.
What do you mean you found it?
And he pushes the door open and he walks in with it looks to you like a pile of mail, probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of mail. And he's walking in with the mail toward your desk.
Oh my God.
I got it right here. I forgot. I put some of the mail beside. I put it in the desk drawer, but I found it. So we'll pay the phone bill. They'll turn the phones back on. You can find out everything that's going on with this massacre that happened. I know you're upset with me again, and he kind of like flashes you a smile, and his cheekbones maybe equal yours in how chiseled they are as he kind of flashes this smile at you.
So it's not a power outage on the phone lines like you told me this morning. You didn't pay the bill. Okay.
Yeah. It turns out we're 3 months behind, so they cut the service off. But
Harry, give me my bourbon now. Where did you put it?
Oh well,
I need it, Harry.
Boss, you shouldn't be drinking bourbon during the day. We talked about that.
Harry, You haven't paid the phone bill in 3 months. Give me my bourbon.
All right. Well, I set up a little game for you. I know how you like riddles. I know,
Oh God.
I know how you like riddles. So if you could solve my riddle, I'll give you the bourbon, and if not, then I'll give it to you at the end of the day. How about that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So the riddle. And he's thinking. He's like he's really straining now, trying to remember his riddle.
Max's fingers are tapping nervously on the desk. Uh-huh.
I I walk on four legs in the morning, two legs in the afternoon, and three legs in the evening. That's it. Yep.
A person.
No, nah. I'll give you
That
one
is
more
an
guess.
actual riddle. That is an actual riddle, Harry. That
Yeah,
is the answer to the riddle.
it is. Yep, I wrote it. If you can solve it, I'll give you the bourbon.
You want to know what walks on three legs in the evening?
Yes.
You, when I break your knees and you have to use a cane.
No, it's and he looks nervous now, and he looks over to a stool that's a three-legged stool that's in the corner of the room, Max. And if you look over there, you'll just see there's a little bottle of bourbon kind of sitting in between the three legs on the floor there. See, three legs right over there. You get it?
Okay. Yes. Very, very good, Harry. Very good.
And there's one.
Shoot.
Just
Yes,
one more thing in
what?
the mail. One more thing here, and he's kind of digging through. You got another letter. Those letters you've been getting, the ones without the return address. You got another one of those.
Another one? It's been a while.
Another letter. Yeah, and he plops the whole gigantic pile of mail on your desk, and at first it's kind of in a tower, but then it just does this little slide, and all of the mail's scattered across your desk now. And he looks a little bit worried about that happening.
Harry, how long was it since you brought me the mail?
Well, I've been bringing you a little bit of mail every other day or so, I'd say. But, just kind of somehow I have this stockpile of old mail, too. But I think we're caught up now. We'll just pay the phone bill and we'll be good. We'll be square.
Go pay the phone bill, Harry.
Okay. All right.
Please, just go pay the phone bill.
You're not mad? We're cool?
I'm not at the moment.
Yeah. And then he points at the stool again and clicks his tongue. Very proud of his riddle. Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, and he walks out. He kind of saunters out of the room and closes the door behind him. Mm-hmm. And then the mail's just kind of strewn across your desk at this point.
I grab my alcohol first.
Okay, yeah, naturally.
And take a swig to take the edge off my hangover.
Just straight out of the bottle?
Straight out of the bottle.
Yeah.
Don't share it with anybody else. What's the point of putting it in a cup? Waste precious droplets. So I take a swig and set it down and look at the pile of mail, rub my forehead. God damn it. And start looking for that mail with no return address.
Okay.
That's going to be my first priority.
Very good. It's probably 4 letters deep, but you recognize it immediately because the handwriting on the front of the envelope is familiar to you. And when you open that envelope, you pull the letter out, and I hope everyone sees this, but this is what you see. And I'm going to open this for you as well, Rena, in roll 20. All right. This is the letter that you see. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Okay.
January, Harry!
And when you yell Harry, you just hear him knock over some trash that falls onto the floor.
January 12th. My love, this time I'm writing to you from Chicago. I know you still live here, and I hope we'll be able to meet one day. I can see that famous old water tower from the windows of my apartment, and I admire how it's lit up by the setting sun. Today was a cloudless and beautiful day, so I could even spot part of the shore from my special high perch up on the roof. No one but you knows I come up here. The janitor wouldn't be pleased if he did. He's such a fuss budget. Just like our old director at the orphanage. Do you remember him? Someday, I would like to share every sunrise and sunset with you. Our lives would then be filled with all the splendid colors of the sky, and our love would become everlasting. Be sure I think about you every day and know that I plan our next meeting every chance I get. I think I'll be able to make our paths not only cross very soon, but also lead in the same direction. You may no longer recognize me as the man I was, but deep down, it'll still be me. Look forward to more news from me, my darling. Forever yours, Ellis.
All right. Now I just have to figure out how to close everything.
January.
Okay.
Oh, Ellis.
So,
I fold up the letter and pull out a large binder and put it very neatly in the back. Everything is very carefully organized by date.
okay.
And I put it in the back and just shake my head and close it.
Okay. Good. Do you remember anything specifically about Ellis at this point?
Mm-hmm. So I look over at a picture that I keep on my desk. It's an old, of course, black and white photo from when I was a kid, about 13. It's me and Ellis and our friend Hattie. Ellis was this scrawny Irish kid with bright red hair and green eyes. He had a lot of freckles. He was really skinny. The other kids at the orphanage always picked on him just because he was kind of nervous and anxious. And so he started hanging out with me and Hattie. And we kept the other kids from picking on him. And he started getting more confident for a while until he decided to tell me that he was in love with me. That didn't go too well. I had to tell him he's not exactly my type. And he was very upset by that. He ran away. Haven't really spoken in person since then. He was adopted just a few months later. Keeps sending me all of these letters, though, for the past 10 years. No return address, just letter after letter. Good kid. Wouldn't mind meeting up with him again if he can just get over this idea that I might fall in love with him. That ain't happening.
All right. So, so you're thinking about this letter and thinking about Ellis and the orphanage and probably drinking more bourbon, right? Maybe trying to find, the phones aren't on yet, but maybe trying to find out a little bit more about this massacre that happened the night before. So putting you on the spot in a ridiculous way, what have you heard about the St. Valentine's Massacre so far?
Well, it would have been in the news when I wearily dragged myself out of bed this morning after having not slept for most of the night. Would have read it in the papers, seen all the speculation. I would have tried calling up my contacts at Chicago PD, but the phone was out because someone didn't pay the phone bill.
You hear someone like bang their knee against the desk when you yell through the door.
So all I have at the moment is what I've read in the newspaper, what I've heard people talking about on the street.
Good. So you, at around that point, you hear a knock, not on your interior door, but you hear a knock coming from the main door, kind of faintly. And then you hear a little bit of chatter between Harry and a woman, and the woman's voice is familiar to you, but something's a little bit off with it. And shortly after that, you hear a louder knock at that interior door. And then Harry opens the door, and has a kind of a smile on his face, peeks in. It's Hattie. It's Hattie.
Hattie? Well,
yeah.
Don't just stand there. Send her in.
Yeah, and she almost kind of shoves him to the side and bursts through the door, and you can tell immediately that Hattie May, your old friend, she's distraught. And Hattie, as you know, she's an attractive woman. She's a brunette. She always kind of has this sparkle in her green eyes. She's just a very amiable person, someone that just has a real positive energy. Everyone likes to be around her. But today the sparkle has died out a little bit, and she's upset, and she runs up to your desk and throws her hands onto the desk, her palms flat on your desk. Max, you did you hear? You have to help me, Max. I don't know where else to go. You're the only one who can help me.
Hattie, what's wrong? You haven't come down here in months. What's going on?
Max, you heard about the shooting. You know Jane. It's Jane. No.
Did Jane not come homeless? Why would Jane be involved in this?
Max.
Hattie?
The shooting, Max.
Yes, but there's a gang shooting. It's the mob. But Jane couldn't have been involved in that.
I thought you knew. Jane, she helps them. She's been working with them for years. She shouldn't have been there. I don't know why she was there. It doesn't make any sense. She's the only woman killed. I don't know what to do, Max. She's dead. She's dead.
Max doesn't know how to react to this and just sort of pulls Hattie in for a hug, just like, I didn't know. She was with the... Hattie, why didn't you tell me?
She fixed their cars. She's so good. I don't know why she had to work with the mob. She is so good. She could have helped the rich people. She could have done anything. I don't know how she got tied up in this. She's dead, Max. You're the only one who can help me now. I need your help.
Hey, what? Let's stroke her hair gently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Hattie, what do you need me to do? You know I'm here for you. Whatever you need. What can I do?
It's too late for Jane. There's nothing you can do. She's gone. She's gone.
Why was she there?
I don't know. Maybe she was delivering a car. I don't know. She shouldn't have been there. But she brought Highball. She brought Highball. I don't know why. Highball was more my dog. It doesn't make sense. And now Highball's gone too.
They killed your dog?
No. Highball's alive. It's just they took Highball. The police. This is why you can help me, Max. You're the only one who can get Highball back for me. You know Highball. You know how friendly Highball is. He wouldn't hurt. He'd hardly bark at anybody. I don't know. They told me he was too aggressive. That he was biting at the police officers when they showed up on the scene, and that they've taken Highball. They're gonna kill Highball. They're gonna kill Highball too, and then I'm gonna have nothing, Max. It's just me, and I don't think I can live like that. I don't think I can continue.
Hattie, don't talk like that. Look at me.
It's over, Max. It's done.
I know we can't do anything for Jane now, but it's not over. Please don't talk like that.
No.
Okay? Here, sit down. I'm going to just sort of gently guide her into the client chair.
Okay. Yes.
And I'm going to pour her a little bit of my bourbon, not too much because she can't hold her liquor.
Right.
But she looks like she needs it.
Sure.
Here.
Yeah. And she reluctantly takes that and takes just the tiniest sip from the glass.
Okay. We'll talk, Hattie. We'll talk about Jane later. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If we're going to help your dog, and we're going to, I need you calm right now, okay? Like Max is in like pure focused business mode. Like, come on, we'll talk about it, okay? Afterward.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but I need you to focus.
I trust you, Max. I know you'll make that right. I know you'll at least get Highball back for me.
I'll do everything I can.
You know some cops, don't you? You know them.
Yeah, I've got some contacts.
They won't talk to me. I think they know we're mixed up with the mob. But I think that's why they're going to kill Highball. It's some kind of punishment. I don't know why. Highball's so friendly. It doesn't make. There's no way Highball was biting at the officers. It's a lie.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
I will find out what happened. But I need you to stay calm, Hattie. Remember how we used to calm it when we were back at the orphanage, remember?
Yeah.
When we were freaking out, what did we do?
We went to see the dogs.
After that, Hattie. After that. Hattie, We will get your dog back,
Yeah.
but I need you to focus for me.
Right, right.
Okay?
Hmm.
Okay.
Did we sing
What inform
songs?
it was more the counting backwards, remember, from
Oh,
50?
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
And
kind of sinking into your client's chair now.
mhm.
You know, she wasn't made up, but just like tears streaming
Mhm.
down her face, but not actively crying at the moment.
Okay, Hattie. So, tell me what you know. Who contacted you about Highball? Start there.
I don't even remember the. I don't remember his name. His David something, a detective. I don't know his, but
Okay.
I don't know why they even told me because they won't let me. They won't let me take him.
Okay. Well, they kind of have to let you know about your property. That's why.
But
So,
you know some cops. You could just walk in there and get Highball back. It's no problem.
I have to know who to talk to, Hattie, and I have to know the right wheels to grease. Everyone's everyone's dealing with a lot right now.
Right. You need money?
Wait,
Is that what you're suggesting?
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I
Okay.
need you to tell me if you know any names, anyone who was there,
Yeah.
anyone who was involved.
Well, I know one of the officers there. One of the officers there when they said Highball was attacking was you've mentioned him before. Chicharski. I don't I'm bad with Polish names.
Chicharski, yes.
Chicharski. Yeah, Chicharski. You've mentioned him at dinner. You know him. You could call him.
I
Your phone's right there. Just call him.
the phone lines are down.
Oh,
Yeah, can't make any phone calls right now, but I've got my best man working on it.
okay. Yeah.
So, okay. I will call him and I will go down there and I'll do my best to get your dog back, okay?
Okay. And they said he's not injured, so check him,
Okay,
make
I will
sure.
check.
Yeah.
I will check
And
and I'll bring him back personally so I
okay.
can get him back.
Okay.
But, Hattie,
Yeah.
what do I need to know about Jane that would tell me why they took your dog?
Well, Jane, she never hurt anybody. She was kind of doing like auto repairs. Just she was a mechanic. You know that. You know that, Max. She was
Hmm.
just helping the wrong people. She was helping the wrong people. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. She shouldn't have been there.
Why was she there?
I don't know. I don't know why she was there. She's I don't know. She was in deeper than I knew. Maybe I'm not sure. And I don't know why she'd take Highball there. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't. She never took the dog to work with her.
This is when the
There's
audience will decipher whether it doesn't make sense because it's not supposed to, or whether I don't know the scenario very well.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
the, uh, Take my scarf. Take this, and she pulls the scarf off of her
Mhm.
neck. If Highball knows my scent, Highball will know
Mhm.
this, and you can. If Highball's aggressive like they say, just let him smell the scarf. He knows me. He knows.
I'll
It's
calm him
Highball.
down.
Yeah, it's Highball. It's
Okay.
Highball.
Okay.
And Rena, give me your first roll. Give me a
Woo.
psychology check to see if you think Hattie might be hiding something from you.
Okay. Psychology is decent. Ooh, I'm gonna spend 3 points of luck to make that a success.
Okay, so you spend how much luck do you have, by the way?
50.
50. Okay, so you're down to
Hmm.
47. You turn that into a regular success.
Hmm.
And you feel like Hattie is hiding something from you, that it's not just that she's sad, but she's also afraid. And you've kind of noticed that she's trembling. Like
Hmm.
it's not just grief. There's something else in those eyes. You feel like she's not only mourning Jane's death and Highball's capture, or whatever you want to call it, his detainment. Um, but also there's fear there. You've seen this before from the orphanage. You know what Hattie looks like when she's scared, and you're
Hmm.
seeing it now.
So I'm gonna move up to her and just sort of put my arm around her and just like, hey, hey, what are you afraid of, Hattie? You can tell me.
Oh, they're gonna. I'm afraid they're gonna kill Highball. They're.
No, uh, there's something more than that. I know, Hattie. We've been best friends for how long? You can trust me, Hattie.
Yeah. It's
What's going
forever.
on?
I just they. Well, my wife's dead. I'm scared. I don't. How am I gonna live? How am I gonna support myself? And she's hiding something. You see it. She kind of buries her head in her hand. There's something else there. She's not giving it to you. Maybe with a hard success, she just would have blurted it out.
I'm gonna give her the some more bourbon and be
Yeah.
like, hey,
Okay.
hey,
Yeah, I like
you
that.
look like you could use some of this.
Okay. And
And
and yeah, as you're kind of coaxing her, she also picks up that photograph that's on your desk of it's the photo from the orphanage of you and Hattie and Ellis, and she looks at it and kind of runs her finger across the glass of the frame. It's sad to say, but I think these might have been the best times of my life. This was the orphanage. So I never imagined that was as good as it was going to get for me.
now, Hattie, those were some good times, but you had good times with Jane.
I
I
did.
know it hurts now, but don't let the hurt
I
make you
did.
forget all the
Yeah.
bad times and all the good times and all the things that you shared together.
Yeah.
Okay?
I get knocked down, I get back up again. It's
It's
never
never too
gonna,
late to get
yeah,
back up again.
never gonna get me down. Yeah. I. What do you think? What do you think Ellis is up to these days? I miss him sometimes.
Yeah, I miss the kid.
Yeah.
Do you ever hear from him, Hattie?
No, no, it's been so long. I haven't heard from him since he was adopted.
Okay,
I hope he's successful. I hope he's happy. He was always
I'm sure.
bullied. He had it so tough,
Mhm.
Max. I'm glad we were there to stand up for him.
And I'm sure he got a good family. I'm sure he's fine.
And
Maybe we'll see him one day.
he helped us with the puppies. And then the thought of
Yes.
the puppies sends her back into active tears, just thinking of dogs again, kind of crying. Oh, this get Highball from me. Just get Highball.
Okay.
Do you think? And now she's starting to open up just a little bit after talking about the orphanage. Do you think? Do you think they might hurt me too? Whoever did this. Do you think they're gonna? Do you think they're gonna come for me next?
Why would you think that, Hattie?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they just killed. They killed my wife. They took my dog. Somebody's trying to hurt my family. They're.
Hmm.
I'm next. They're coming for me
Yeah.
next. I'm not
Hey,
safe.
hey, Hattie, you'll be fine. You'll be safe. I'll
Yeah.
look after you,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
All right?
You'll
You can
protect me.
stay. Yeah,
Yeah.
while I'm getting your dog, you can stay upstairs in my apartment. I know it's not much, but Harry will be down here. Keep an eye on you.
No, no, I have to go
And
home. I have to go
why
home.
do
There's so
why
much
do
I
you
have to
have
do for Jane. There's
Ha-
so many things to do.
Hattie, only until I get your dog back. And then I'll go back to the house with you and I'll stay there with you to make sure you're safe, okay? But if you go back now,
Yeah.
I can't go with you and go get your dog at the same time. I can't split myself in two pieces like that.
I love you, Max, but I don't like it here. I'm not staying here. I'm going back. You bring Highball to my apartment on West Belmont. You bring Highball there, and then
Oh,
Highball will protect me. I
do you
need
know some do you know someone who can stay with you, Hattie?
uh,
Someone who can be there just in case.
my neighbor, whose name I surely know. He stays home during the day. I think Mister Doyle. Mister Doyle can look after me. He's been looking after me ever since we found out about Jane. He'll
Okay.
protect me. He has a gun.
Okay. So make sure Mr. Doyle's there. Make
Yeah,
sure he's keeping an eye on you.
yeah, Mister
Okay?
Doyle. Help me remember
Okay.
that name later, please. Mister Doyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you tend to forget things when you're upset, Hattie. It's all
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That's why you got me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help you out, okay?
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna get you a taxi. or rather, Harry's going to get you a taxi because the phone's out.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah. Okay. I'll wait out there with Harry. Are you going now? You go to the
I'm
police
going
station?
now.
Okay. Okay, good.
Hmm.
All
I'm
right.
going now.
So Hattie, she turns around as she's kind of walking out the door there, and she just says, "Thanks, Max. Thanks, Max.
I got you, Hattie.
It's weird. I
Always.
miss talking to you. I know it's good to see you."
Good to see you too, Hattie.
And
We'll
then
catch up, okay?
she does walk out, and when you hear that exterior door close, it's gossip time. Harry loves gossip. Harry runs into the office. What was that? What's going on? What's going on, Max? And he's so excited. We got a new
Okay, so
case?
yeah, yes. Um, we would have had more cases over the last 3 months if someone had brought me the mail. But yes.
Well, the walk-in traffic's really our bread and butter, Max.
Uh-huh. Well, Harry, I need to go see a man about a dog.
Okay. All right. Where are you going? Can you want me to come?
Do the police know Harry? And do they know what a walking disaster he is?
The ones that you're closest to know Harry because they've probably been to your office a couple of
Okay.
times.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
Nice. So Max is going to think about it for a minute because she doesn't usually take Max with her to like the police station and so
yeah.
on. But she's also a little bit wary after the news of what happened last night. She thinks maybe she might need some protection. So, did you call up to pay the phone bill?
I can't call.
You can go down to the front desk and ask to use their phone.
Oh yeah, but I was listening to the conversation that was just
Oh,
happening. So
okay. Harry,
yeah.
I will let you come with me if you go pay the phone bill
Okay.
because I need a working phone by the time we get back.
Okay. So do you just want me to catch up with you then, or do you
No,
want me to come get you?
it'll only take you a couple minutes. I'll be down there. I'll pick you up at the front desk.
Do you even know me? Think it's gonna take a couple of minutes? All right. So he agrees. He said, "Okay, yeah. I'll be fast this time. I swear." Yeah.
Please, Harry. Just remember, dogs.
He runs out. Yeah. Oh, he loves dogs. Yeah. He runs out and he leaves both doors open. So your office door and the main door to the office he leaves open. Just bolts out there to go take care of the phone bill situation.
Max closes the front door, and the reason she sent him downstairs was because she needs to do a quick tidy up before she can go anywhere. She knows she needs to get down to the police station, but she will not be able to work with all the mail all over her desk. So she's going to take about 5 minutes to organize the mail before she goes out
Okay. All right. Very good.
and
And
have another swig of bourbon.
okay. Good. So are you going to tidy up Harry's area as well?
It's kind of a lost cause, but at least the food is getting thrown away and the burned pot of coffee is getting emptied so it doesn't keep smelling up the office.
Okay. All right. So with that, let's say you've tidied up, the best you can in 3 to 5 minutes, and then you'll head out and probably lock up the office. And are you going to
Mm-hmm.
meet up with Harry down in the main reception then?
Yep. I lock both doors, turn the handle 3 times to make sure they're locked, double check to make sure I have my keys because Harry locked them inside the office one afternoon.
Right.
And
Of course he
I'll
did.
go down to grab Harry.
Okay. I did it, boss. I did it. We're all paid up. They said they'd turn the phones back on tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
That's the expedited reactivation. Yeah.
Good job, Harry. I'm proud of you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Very
All right.
pleased with himself.
Put your hat on, Harry. She said as they're walking out the door. It's snowing.
Okay, yeah, and he's got kind of a wool trench coat on. He is dashing. So when you walk down those maybe they're a little bit snowy, some leftover snow. You walk down those snowy front steps. Any passersby are gonna like turn their head twice to look at Harry. He's just one of those kind of guys. He
Sunlight glints off his front teeth when he smiles.
Yeah, exactly. So that the police station, you're in downtown Chicago on the north side, so that the police station's in walking distance, and it's probably just going to be 2 blocks to get there.
Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna walk through. It's probably a well-trod path for me at this point.
Yeah. This is a trail that you've traversed many times, and so you arrive at the police station, and it's busy. It's really busy because of the massacre. You presume
Mhm.
there it's buzzing outside of the office. There are reporters standing outside, kind of hassling everyone who's walking in and out, who's in uniform at least, just trying to get more details on the shooting, on the gang shooting. There's all this speculation about Al Capone, coming up and shooting up the north side. So everyone's trying to get the lowdown on what happened yesterday. And you're free to walk through the scrum and try to get into the police station if you'd like.
Harry's got big, sharp elbows. That's why I bring him along to things.
Okay, so you kind of direct him to push your way through, and you
Mhm.
do. And one reporter does reach out and grab you on the shoulder. Are you one of the wives? Are you one of the wives?
No,
Just trying to get a story, ma'am. Who was it?
Hmm?
Who was it? Who was killed? What do you know?
nothing, which is
Okay.
what you're gonna know, and what you will keep knowing unless you get me through.
Yeah, and
Please, and then go pass to someone else.
Harry's arm seems like longer than usual, and he kind of reaches out in front of you and just shoves this man off out of your way, and then you two are free to walk into the police station.
Mhm.
And when you walk into the police station, you're greeted by a familiar smell because it's the smell of your office, isn't it? It's that burned coffee smell. And in addition to that, there's also the smell of cheap cigarettes. Everyone in here is smoking. There's a
Mhm.
you also it's got like this old paper smell. It's a very busy place, lots of things happening. You kind of smell the people too, like everyone's just been kind of
Mhm.
pulling long shifts here. You do see a reception area, and there are three officers kind of standing around this reception area, and then there's a long corridor going back to their detectives' offices. And as you know, there are some doors that go down to holding cells and the rest of the police station. And then there's a second floor as well that has more offices. This is Northside Chicago, Prohibition, so this is a nice place for a police station. It's big. There are a lot of officers, and there's a lot going on. You do recognize. I don't know if you consider him a friend. Maybe it's up to you, Rena. But you do see an officer that you've probably worked with more than any of the others on the police force, and
Mhm.
that is Bart Chicharski. I should have renamed him, right? Because
You should have.
just for some background, this scenario was written by or this book. Does Love Forgive was written by two Polish women, so there are a lot of really cool, Polish names in the scenarios, and I can't say any of them. So
And they have to be anglicized anyway because it's Chicago.
yeah, that's right. But we'll just go Bart from here on out. But yeah,
Okay.
Bart Chicharski. Uh, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. I laugh when I'm sorry. Yeah. So you can do whatever you'd like. You can look around. You can talk to Bart. You can talk
Mhm.
to any of the other officers. You do recognize a few others who I'm sure have names as well.
Does Bart look like he's super busy at the moment? What does he look like he's doing?
He's pretty busy. He's kind of looking over. Actually, no, you think he might be filling out paperwork because,
Mhm.
as Hattie indicated, he might have been one of the officers on the scene. So he
Mhm.
was he was a person who was mentioned to her in her interactions with the police over Jane's death and the detainment of Highball. That should be the name of the scenario.
The entertainment of Highball.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell Harry to do what he does best, and that's go flirt with the receptionist while I go talk to Bart.
Okay.
Um,
All right, yeah, very good. And Bart, when he looks up and sees you, he does recognize you. So
mhm.
he does give you the look like he's kind of busy, but he's certainly
Mhm.
not going to not going to turn you away. And
Mhm.
and as you know, Bart, for a police officer, he's a little smaller than one might expect. He's a smaller guy. He's grizzled. He's pretty young for someone to be on the force, and to have a little bit of status. So he's got this rough goatee and mustache, and he looks up at you. Oh, Max, what are you doing here?
Hey, Bart,
crazy
sorry
here.
to bother you. I know.
You see
I'm
the press?
sorry.
Are they still here? Is the press still out there? It's crazy.
Yes, shouting at everything in a skirt or trousers if they're married to one of the victims.
Oh, I'm sorry, Max.
Yeah.
It's so crazy here. Why are you showing up today? We're so busy, Max.
Now, Bart, I wouldn't show up if I didn't have to.
Sure.
You know me.
Yeah, I
And
do.
I'm real sorry to bother you on a day like this, but it's kind of related to what you're doing.
Okay.
I heard you took in a dog last night.
Dog. Oh, God damn that dog. Yeah. What is that? No, that ain't your dog. What?
No, it's my best friend's dog, so kind of my stepdog, you might say.
Your best friend is it?
Yes, I have those. I know it's hard to believe, but I do talk to people other than Harry.
No, I didn't peg you for someone in with the mob, Max. What?
No,
It's
not
a
with
mob
the mob.
dog. It's a mob dog.
Now listen. Last time I checked, the mob didn't go in for attack dogs or any of that sort of nonsense.
Yeah.
You know.
That
But
dog's a biter. That's a mean dog. That we got to put that dog down.
Okay.
I don't. I like dogs. I like dogs, Max.
I know you like dogs, Bart.
I don't. It don't come easy to me killing dogs. But this dog was gonna kill me. This is the meanest dog I ever saw.
Can you let me see him, Bart? Because I know this dog.
Okay.
This dog was one of the sweetest, friendliest dogs you've ever seen.
Yeah.
He wouldn't even chase a cat. He was scared of cats.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a dog that was scared of cats?
Can't say I have, but I've seen this dog. I know what this dog was like. Yes, I don't know when you knew this dog, but I know this dog last night, and this dog was gonna rip out my throat. So, hell, I don't know.
Well, I'm just asking you to let me see him, see if I can calm him down, take care of him. He's all my friend's got, and I promised her I would check in on him. She's distraught. She didn't want to come down herself because of all the, well, you know what those animals outside are like.
Who's your friend? Your friend's the lady mobster? Who's your friend?
No, my lady mobster. Do you have to be so sexist, Bart? Just say mobster.
I'm sorry. It's not me. It's my
I
keeper.
I don't call you man police officer, do I?
It's just so unusual in 1929. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. You know, at this point, it's a good time to mention that Bart as a pretty decent guy, for a cop at least.
Yes,
so,
we're friends.
Yeah, so he's a little rough around the edges, but he is a pretty nice guy and pretty helpful most of the time.
Okay. So Bart, no, my friend was the young woman's wife.
Yeah.
Partner, I suppose. And she wasn't mixed up in all of this. And I wouldn't be mixed up in all of this. You know what my feelings about the mob are. I had no idea.
I thought I did. Yeah, I thought I did.
I had no idea. I honestly had no idea.
Okay.
And my friend this dog's all she's got.
Okay. What's your friend's name? I can't just be giving dogs out.
Hattie.
Hattie.
That's my friend.
What's her last name?
Maze.
May? I don't know. May? Jane May. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jane May got killed. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know. You gotta. How do I know, Max? I'm not trying to offend you. I know that. Sorry, I accidentally read the chat, and someone said one of the officers' names is P. Tinkle, and I can't see the name. I can't even see it. I know you're a detective, Max, and I'm not saying that, I've always known you to be honest with me, but you gotta be straight with me here. Is this, you really got a reason to get this dog? You know this dog? This is something above board?
This is completely above board. I wouldn't be in here right now asking you for anything that wasn't.
Okay. All right. Give me either a persuade or a charm roll, whatever you prefer.
Let's see what I'm.
Let's see what you're better
at. Probably persuade. Yeah, definitely persuade.
Okay. Give me a persuade roll.
I'm not the most charming person in the world. That's a success.
All right, regular success.
Yep,
Yep,
51 under 65.
very good. All right, so it looks like you've talked Bart into at least taking you down to the holding cell where they have poor Highball in the cell. So he's gonna lead you down the corridor, which you've walked here before. You've interviewed some perps and things like that. So y'all go downstairs to the holding cell area, and right when you get to that door, you're gonna start to hear Highball, and Highball is just going nuts. Like Highball, right when Bart walks through that door, I'm worried that was super loud, but I tried to play some sounds. So Highball is just gonna, he's losing his mind, and you've never seen Highball like this in your life, and he's there in the holding cell, kind of scratching at the bars and barking and growling and snarling at Bart. I told you, and Harry came with you, by the way. Harry just kind of tagged along as you came down to this holding cell, and he's like, this is the dog, and he's by the door just waiting for y'all. I told you this is a mean dog. You don't want anything to do with this dog, Max.
This is Gotta tell you, this is strange, Bart. I've never seen him like this, and I've known him since he was a puppy. Just let me. He can't get to me through there. I'll just go stand outside, try and calm him down. All right, just.
Well, I'm not. I can't.
You don't have to let me in. I'm just gonna stand outside the door.
Okay.
Because I can. He's got his little nose sticking out there. I'm gonna see if I can calm him down, without going in there. I'm not asking you to do anything that you shouldn't be doing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Don't put your hands in that cage.
I won't. Believe me, I won't.
I'm straight out of 4 Hours to Reno, by the way. Bart Chikarsky. You can. He's gonna let you walk over there, but he looks nervous about it. That dog will bite. I'm telling you.
All right. So I'm gonna kneel down close to the door, but I'm not gonna put my hands up there. But I'm gonna take off or take out Hattie's scarf that she gave me.
Okay. Oh, good.
And try and just sort of hold it out, see if he'll sniff at it. Maybe it'll calm him down. Maybe he's just anxious after what happened last night.
Very good. I totally hadn't forgotten about the scarf or anything. So you, no, that's great. That's good. So you hold the scarf out, and almost immediately Highball calms down, at least stops scratching at the bars and starts barking loudly like a chihuahua at everybody. And instead, Highball now is kind of whiny. It's the dog's whining at you now, but clearly this is more similar to the Highball that you've known. And Bart goes, I'll be damned that you do know this dog. You know this dog.
See, Bart, I know what happened last night was pretty terrible. Right?
Yes.
Dogs can be traumatized too, just like people.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen. Right? Maybe he was just anxious and stressed, and he thought you were going to attack Jane. Maybe, I don't know, but he's a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy. You're such a good boy, Highball.
Yeah, and Highball's like your best friend, right? And you love dogs, so this is yes. this is a good scene. The two of you reuniting, and Bart. Now that you've mentioned the massacre, Bart he kind of leans in, makes sure Harry's out of earshot. How much you know about what happened last night, Max? What do you know about it?
I mean, I don't know much, if I'm being honest with you. I know what was in the papers this morning. I was going to call you, but my phone was out, and then Hattie came to me all distraught. So I figured I could kill two birds with one stone, come down here, get the dog, maybe check in with you. I don't know why my friend's wife was there. I don't know why the dog was there. The dog never left the yard. He didn't even like walks. He was scared of walks because he saw cats, and just don't even get me started on the mailman. So I don't know what's going on there, Bart.
I'll be honest. I think not the lady mobster, but Jane May. I think Jane May was just kind of I think she was in with the mob, but she's more of a bystander. I don't think she was the target of this killing. How much you want to know about it?
Anything you want to give me. I want to be able to settle my friend's mind.
I shouldn't. I'm just, it's nice to have people to talk to that aren't in the press. That's all.
And I never speak to them if I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't.
But,
I don't think you would.
and
I don't think you
maybe
would.
I'll come up against something, Bart. I go to places you can't go, being a cop and all. Maybe I'll hear something.
Yeah, I left your dice on your face. I'm sorry for that. I just looked at it.
Dice face.
Yeah, so I got to be good about clearing those. Yeah, so Bart, he's thinking about it. I think you could talk him into it with maybe a persuade roll
Okay.
to giving you a little more information.
30. That's a success.
A success. All right. So he's going to tell you.
Oh, that's a hard success, actually.
Okay, good. Yeah, it is good. So on the hard success, he's gonna tell you that he thinks. I think the target. I know the target was Bugs Moran. You know Bugs Moran, big high up guy, whatever he call, big mob boss, yeah, top dog, Bugs Moran. But they shot Frank Gussenberg. He's pretty high ranking mob guy as well. They shot him, but they didn't kill him. He died. Sorry to get your hopes up if you knew him. He died, but we were able to get a statement out of him, and he had some things to say about your pooch here. I shouldn't show you the statement, Max. I shouldn't do it, but on the hard success, I can't resist. So why don't you just follow me back upstairs? I'll let you take that dog out of here, but I want you to take a look at this statement because seeing as you're going to be looking after this dog, I think there's some things you ought to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Bart.
All right. And he tells you that he thinks, I think it was Al Capone. I think Capone did this. South Side bastards coming up here causing trouble in the goddamn North. Sorry. He's very passionate about it.
I know your dad fought at Gettysburg, but calm down. Calm down, Bart.
No, just South Side of Chicago. But yeah, yep.
I know, but you got this whole north-south thing going on. It comes up everywhere, and I know your dad used to rant about it, but...
Damn Capone. We're going to get him. He's been cheating on his taxes.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. We so he'll lead you upstairs if you're going to follow and take a look at what he has to show you. And you've noticed that Highball, he's wearing that thick leather collar that he has, but he's wearing like a little charm on his collar that's unfamiliar to you. So he's got his little name badge on, his little tag that says Highball. Just kind of embarrassing to be walking through Chicago with a dog with a Highball name tag on. But he's got this little, looks like part of an amulet maybe. Just like a little silver charm that you don't remember ever seeing before. So you do notice that. And Harry is just kind of keeping his distance from the dog. I think he's scared of the barking that happened earlier. Thought maybe he was part of that, triggering the dog. So like as the two of you walk by, he kind of like pats it on the back half just to let him know he's friendly. Yeah, very gingerly. Just wants you to know that wants the dog to know that he's friendly. But Bart will lead you back up through that reception area, and the dog, you notice whenever the dog walks by a uniformed police officer, the dog's agitated. So you're kind of keeping that scarf out to calm Highball down, but the dog's clearly agitated by police officers whenever it sees them.
Okay, so I'm thinking here, Bart, it's probably a reaction to y'all.
Makes sense for a mobster to train their dog to hate the cops. I've seen it before.
Jane wasn't a mobster. She might have fixed some cars for them, but that does not make someone a mobster.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But and he's scared of everything. I don't think he would be attacking things just because Jane told him to. He wouldn't even attack the mice.
That hard success is wearing off. I mean, you might want to agree with me.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you walk back up to that reception area, and he kind of like sneaks you a piece of paper, and the piece of paper that he sneaks to you is this one here. So if you're watching on Twitch, try to zoom in on that, and I'm going to show this to you as well, Rena.
Okay.
Just can't get in the habit of clearing the dice. I'm going to try to get better at that.
Yeah, I can't see anything yet.
I'm working on that. Let me
Oh, there
know
we
if you
go.
see it. Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot to read, but you can.
Good thing I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. Statement taken by B. Chicharski, witness Frank Gusenberg, something Provident Hospital of Cook County, room 27, February 14th, 1929. Despite suffering from 14 gunshot wounds, Mr. Gusenberg initially claimed that no one had opened fire on him. When his level of painkillers was reduced, it was possible to gain limited information concerning the course of events. The victims were in buildings at 2122 North Clark Street. Two men dressed in police uniforms and armed with submachine guns entered the property and ordered the occupants to line up facing the wall under the pretext of arresting them. The witness many times emphasized that a German Shepherd dog, also present in the building, started to bark as soon as the killers entered the garage. He claimed that the attackers took several shots at the dog. The animal initially appeared to have been killed, but revived after the gunman left the building and was apparently unharmed. The witness did not give any information that could be helpful during the investigation. Signed by Officer Bartholomew Chicharski, Chicago PD.
I wanted to make sure you saw this document that specifically mentions it does not have any helpful information.
Well, maybe not helpful for you, but like, what's all this about a resurrecting dog? Like, and she just looks over Highball and says, he doesn't have any gunshot wounds.
That's what Frankie told us. I don't know. I figured, everybody there is probably going a little bit crazy in the madness there. Getting submachine guns fired at you. You're gonna be seeing some things, I reckon. Mm-hmm. I'm really leaning into that old West grizzled sheriff now. Well, you take the dog. Get this dog as far away from the police station as you possibly can.
Many thanks, Bart. I owe you one.
All right, you're welcome, Max. Under different circumstances, I'm happy to, go get coffee with you. Not that you offered.
Well, or you can always come by my office. Just sort of wink, wink, because they've come by for a shared drink before. So yeah, we'll be in touch, Bart. If I hear anything that could be useful for you in this whole horrible investigation you're doing now, you'll be the first person I contact. I won't keep anything from you.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks, Max. And no press.
No press. No. That's okay. The last thing we need in here. And I feel like punching some of them anyway. So
okay. And then on that, as you walk out of the police station, immediately the press, ma'am, can you give us a statement?
Yes. Fuck off.
Very well. And the mob dog kind of snaps at him too when they see that you're agitated. And Harry, of course, is just dazzling them and shoving them aside simultaneously. It's like it's a pleasure to get shoved aside by Harry at this point. So
and his beautifully sharp elbows.
Yeah, exactly. So you have Hattie's dog. So success on that. And Harry's with you, and now it's up to you what you would like to do. You're walking the cold streets of Chicago with the dog.
About how far from here is Hattie's house? Because I've been there multiple times. I know how to get there. Can I walk there, or do I need to take a cab?
Being that that's true, it's an apartment. But yeah, okay. She is on the third floor of an apartment building that you could walk there. It's a little bit cold, but it's only 5 blocks from the police station, so you could certainly walk there with.
Okay, so we'll head towards Hattie's because I promised to bring her the dog as quickly as possible. But I'm gonna stop by a butcher shop on the way, get a little bit of steak for Highball because he's probably very hungry, poor boy, and maybe grab something to cook up dinner for Hattie because I don't think she's in much of a state to think about that, and I'm certainly not trusting Harry with cooking. We all know what happened the last time Harry tried cooking something.
Yeah. Okay, that's a kindness. So unless you want to interact with the butcher, I'm just going to say that you picked up maybe a ribeye that was just slightly too old to sell, and I got a great manager's special on that. And it has a nice thick bone in there for with the ribeye. Yeah, let's say it does for Highball, and then you can you can take that back to Hattie's apartment. Are you going to bring Harry to the apartment?
Oh, I'm going to bring Harry to the apartment, but he's done this for me before, and I'm going to ask him to do it again. Stand outside, look intimidating and handsome, and basically keep an eye out, because that's the one thing he's good at is scaring off nefarious evildoers. I don't want him to come in because he'd probably break something or say the wrong thing, but he can stand outside and look intimidating.
Okay, very good.
In a Chris Hemsworth sort of way.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And he's got a pretty good scowl, despite how much of kind of a friendly buffoon he is. He can scare people off with his look as long as he doesn't open his mouth.
I think Thor 1, like the first Thor movie, before he learns how to smile, like that's what he looks like.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah. And so he's you make your way toward Hattie's apartment. Not only do you know the way, Highball knows the way as well. And Highball now is almost like pulling on the leash as you go toward Hattie's apartment. And Highball's very keen to reunite with Hattie. You can sense it, even though of course Highball has an affinity for Max. Definitely wants to get back to see what's going on with Hattie. And you reach the apartment building, and as you said, you instruct Harry to wait outside. You want him to wait outside the building or the apartment?
Oh, outside the apartment. I'm not leaving him out in the cold.
Okay.
I'm not that mean.
Well, I didn't know.
I'm mad at him, but I'm not mean.
Yeah, I didn't know how serious the telephone thing was for you. So y'all, you don't even have to speak with anyone. You know exactly where the apartment is, apartment 306. So you make your way up the stairs, and it's a decent place. And as you walk through here, now knowing that Jane's dead, you can't help but think maybe that it makes sense to you why she was working with the mob, because it allowed them to have a better life than they probably would have if she was just repairing autos for the public. This is a pretty nice apartment building. So you make your way up there, and you walk to Hattie's apartment door, and by the time you're maybe 10 feet away, you notice that her door is standing wide open. The door is ajar.
Harry, do you have your weapon? Make him carry a nightstick, not a gun. We don't trust Harry with a gun.
And Harry's
got like a Kosh he can hit people with.
Harry's eyes get real wide. Did you lock the office? I think I left that right on the desk there.
I locked the office, yes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really want to bring a weapon to the police station. Is that dumb?
No, probably not. But man,
it's the first smart thing he did. But he didn't bring it. He didn't bring his billy club or whatever, the nightstick with
his
him.
Kosh.
Yeah.
All right. So Harry, I need you to back me up. I'm gonna pull out my gun because as a good self-respecting PI, I never go anywhere without my 38.
Do you want me to go in first? I can just holler. I'll just get in there and yell.
Do some hooting and hollering. Well, if someone's in there, Harry, I don't want them shooting at you when you can't hit them back. So if you come in behind me, if I call for you, you come in and you punch anyone who isn't me or Hattie.
Okay. Can we do that thing where I kind of just slink up on your back? Like they won't even see me there?
We're not playing Get Help.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right.
And Highball at this point, give me a strength check.
Strength. Oh, yay. But I'm so good at strength. 45.
That's not terrible.
Uh-huh.
You're no Johnny Rhodes.
Nope. That's a 1.
Oh my gosh. You strangle Highball to death. pulling on
I
the
said a 1,
leash.
not a 100 cup.
No, I mean, because you're so strong. No, Highball, like you sense it. You knew it was coming. You anticipated this. Highball was going to dart into that apartment before you, but you secure that leash. And not only did you, I'm trying to figure out how to make this one pay off in any way. Not only is Highball not running blindly into the apartment, but also like you've sent a message to this dog now that when it's time to heal, it's gonna heal for you. And Max, you've kind of asserted that like dog whisperer status.
Dominance.
Yeah, that dominance over Highball now.
Okay.
It's not a mob dog now. It's a private detective dog. Yeah, it's a Max dog.
It's a Max dog.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna Highball, sit.
Okay.
Stay.
I just answered for the dog. Okay.
It's Harry. Harry thought that Max was talking to him.
On the one, Highball can speak now. Okay. Right, I'm gonna sit here.
All right.
Oh shoot. So, okay.
Yeah. Max is gonna pull her gun, and she's going to like do that thing where she's just leaning up against the wall and like gun first, peering in, like clearing the room kind of thing.
Okay. It was funny that you like leaned right into the blood over your photograph on the window right when you said you're going into the apartment.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I'll be playing Harry for the rest of this game.
That's actually a good point. You bring Harry along so that you can play Harry if you die. No, so the door was open. You walked right in. You immediately noticed that at least it's kind of it's pretty big, but it's this open concept, like a studio apartment, and with a bathroom off to the left and another kind of office bedroom off to your right. But you don't see any. Not only do you not see any sign of Hattie in here, it doesn't look like anything's really been disturbed. It's not. This doesn't look like a burglary to you or anything like that. It's just her apartment. There's no evidence of a break-in.
So I'm going to carefully check each room. Again, clearing the room because I don't rush in like some idiots. Like carefully checking in, clearing the room with my gun.
Good.
Looking around, just being as quiet as I possibly can, just in case someone's in the back.
Okay, good. So you walk in and you're not seeing any signs of other people in this apartment. What you do notice is that Hattie's purse is lying on the floor open next to her writing desk. And you think this is unusual because you know Hattie very well. She always carries her purse. It doesn't make sense for her to leave her purse here. And there's something sticking out of the purse. It's like is it a knife? This is something's weird. Something weird's happening here. This is some Call of Cthulhu shit going on.
What's a Cthulhu? So once Max has ascertained that there's no imminent threats and that Hattie isn't laying somewhere injured, she'll go up and check out the bag, see what's in there.
Okay.
With a growing sense of dread.
Good. And Harry, you're kind of communicating like this with Harry, you know, and Harry's now going to just kind of stand there. He's made like fake finger guns and he's kind of standing there like with them crossed here. Like he's going to take out anybody who tries to come in that open door. And Highball's kind of just sniffing around the apartment and probably looking for Hattie. So yeah, you're going to look in the purse. Are you going to pull this thing out, this knife or whatever? So it's, as you pull it out, it looks more like a dagger to you. This isn't like something you see in your everyday life in 1929 Chicago. This is strange.
Does it look like the one I carry with me?
It does not. No, it doesn't. Yours is just like a switchblade, right?
Yeah.
This one has a curved blade and the hilt of it is decorated. It has these floral patterns on it, and there's a large ruby embedded in the pommel. So this is it's in a sheath. It's in this really nice leather sheath, but there's nothing ornate about the sheath itself. No decor on that. Give me Okay, so dealer's choice, your choice again. Give me an
Okay.
appraise, history, or knowledge roll, depending on what you're best at. I think any of these
Okay.
could give you a little more insight into this dagger.
Let me see what I've got.
Sure.
What what's knowledge? Is that like
No, it's one of your characteristics at the top, right?
ah
The no roll, the knowledge roll.
I am not seeing it.
Okay, I might have made that up. Let me pull up your character sheet here, which I'm certain that as a good keeper I opened. Oh no, remember when I said my screen went blank? Oh no, they changed the color of the icon. Okay,
Okay.
you're oh sorry, education. EDU.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
sorry about that.
So let's see. Pretty well educated for an orphan. And that is a success.
Okay. Yeah, just barely, right? So
Yep.
on the regular, not that it matters. It's still a regular success, no matter how close it was. Good. I'm going to clear the dice before I forget. But on the 61, on the regular success, and let me know in the chat if the dice seem to be working well. On the success, you think that this is, it's like an Ottoman dagger. This you've read about this. You know I mentioned all those books that you have on your bookcases in the you're very well read, Max. And
Very.
this looks like an Ottoman knife to you, a conjar. It's this. I'm sure I said that correctly. The that 6-inch curved blade is a dead giveaway that this is something. This is something older. This is something Hattie should never have had. It doesn't. You almost wonder, like, whoever broke in here or whatever happened here, did they leave it in her purse, and why would they? So it's very strange to you. Now you could give me an occult roll on top of that to see if you know just a little bit more. I
I
can't give it to
could.
you on education, but
Yeah, I've got a 5 on occult,
all right,
so
let's see.
probably not, but nope.
Okay.
69.
All right, not nice. So yeah, on that, you don't want to push that occult roll.
Yeah, because pushing occult rolls goes so well.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
that's fine. So that
no,
that's
I don't think I would in character. Like, that's
no.
not something that Max would do because she's not super into that stuff. She's into weapons, but she's not into occults, so I don't think
Right.
she would try harder on that.
The
So,
word occult probably didn't even flash into Max's
nope.
mind when she looked at
Just
this dagger. Just
what
like
a weird weapon for Hattie to
it's
have.
like a museum dagger. Why is this in the purse, right? Yeah. So that's all you're seeing. That's unusual inside the purse. And this she had this purse with her this morning too. I should mention that when she visited you in your office. So again, leaving it here like this doesn't seem right. So now
So
it's
she
like
came home.
yeah.
She did come home. Okay.
Yeah, the purse. Yeah, exactly. Good. You're picking up the clues I didn't realize were there. Yes, so she did come back to the apartment. And now Highball's like gone off to some other area of the apartment. It looks like he might have run off to the bathroom. He's a human now after you rolled the critical success. He's speaking and he's now using the toilet after being at the police
At the
station for so
pound.
long.
Yeah.
But he's gone off
Okay.
into the bathroom, and we have Harry who's still standing there with his finger
Finger
guns.
guns.
Yeah. You need anything from me, boss?
I'll just stand there and look pretty,
Can
and
I
let me think.
can I hold that thing?
No,
Okay. Phew, back to
Harry, what happened the last time you held a sharp thing?
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks
Okay.
down at like a little scar on his chest, which is always exposed a little bit, even when it's really cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to show off the chest hair, and the sexy scar.
Yes.
Okay, so Max is going to, she's going to put the knife in her satchel, just to keep it safe, and she's going to go through Hattie's purse, see if there's anything else in there, anything useful. Are her keys in there, which would show that she might not have left on purpose? Anything else that's useful?
Okay, nothing else in the little bedroom study area. Nothing else in the main room. But you do hear Highball kind of
Mm-hmm.
whining a little bit in the bathroom now. Have no idea what this sounds like to the people on Twitch, but I'm playing something. It's probably like just blasting their eardrums out with chihuahua noises, but we'll see how this goes.
I can't
Yes,
wait to listen back to that and hear all the sound effects.
perfect. Yeah, so you hear Highball, but other than
Mm-hmm.
that, nothing unusual is happening. Oh, poor little
Other than the
guy.
dog whining.
He's so sad.
Okay.
Just
I'm gonna
Harry's
go.
voice is all over the place. Yeah.
I'm gonna check on the dog first.
Okay.
I want to look around a little bit more, but I want to go check on the dog first because I'm still worried that he might freak out again because I don't know
Right.
what caused that. So just want to check on him.
Okay. Good. So you walk over into the bathroom and you see Highball there. He looks a little bit agitated. He's not barking or growling or anything like that, but he's kind of sniffing around the bathtub, um,
Hmm.
just almost like Hattie's there.
Oh, there's no way this goes horribly, horribly terrible. Okay, so I go over to the bathtub, and what causes me to make a sanity roll?
No, no, not quite, not quite. Uh, this isn't like a brutal scenario, not yet at least. So give me a spot hidden roll
Okay,
to see if you notice anything
okay.
during Highball's investigation. 66. That's got to be a
Okay,
fail.
I'm gonna spend 6 luck to make that a success.
Oh, you're 60. Okay, great. So what are you down to now in luck?
41.
You know, once you get below 20, everything's a luck roll for me. If you listen
Yes,
to our
I
last
know.
episode.
Yes, I know.
All right, good. So
I'm not afraid of you.
you turn that into a regular success. I know, and you do see on the regular success as you kind of step to that bathtub and lean over to look in, your foot, the toe of your foot, hits a loose tile.
Mhm.
So there's a loose tile in the bathroom floor, which maybe I don't know. Maybe Hattie just needs repairs.
Mhm. Uh, so uh, I'm just paranoid about everything at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop down and look at it, make sure maybe it needs replacing so that nobody else trips over it because I don't want Hattie tripping if she comes home because she's upset. Maybe she'd trip and hit her head. Don't want that. Maybe there's some secret hidden compartment somewhere. I don't
Some
know. She's got a weird dagger. Who knows? It could be anything.
could be monsters in the floor, right?
It could be Narlethatep hiding
Yeah.
under the bathtub.
Good. So you're right now you're looking at the tile or you're lifting the tile. What are you doing?
Does it look like it could be lifted?
It's pretty loose. It's
Okay,
almost
so
like it was placed there but like not caulked in.
okay, so I'll pick it up then.
Okay, so
Roll sanity.
yeah, as you as you lean down to and kind of get on the floor to remove this tile, it strikes a memory for you of your time back in the orphanage. Do you remember the game you used to play with Hattie? I'm going to call back to documents I sent you a month ago in preparing for this scenario.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did reread it, so yeah. We used to play riddle games, which is why Harry thinks that he can make up riddles about where to find my alcohol in the morning.
Exactly. Brilliant
Because
riddles. Yeah.
yes, because
And
Hattie used to try to make up riddles and word puzzles because she was always so much smarter with the word stuff than I was, and I was never very good at guessing them. But she had a lot of fun, so I went along with it.
good. And she'd hide these riddles all around the orphanage. And one time she did hide one in a bathroom tile. So it's just kind of reminding you of that moment as you lean down to pick up this tile. Like this is, I don't know. It feels. It's almost like deja vu for you as
Like I've been here before.
as you lift up this tile. Yeah, you have been here. You've used this bathroom. So you pick up that tile, and you see a folded piece of paper underneath the tile.
Okay. Games. All right. Didn't think you'd be feeling up to this, Hattie, but okay. Whatever makes you feel better. So I'll gingerly take the paper out in case there's like a spider down there or something.
Okay, good. Oh, I should make you roll to see if there's a spider now. Um, yeah. So you pull out this piece of paper that's kind of folded into four sections, and as you open that paper, let's take an intermission for 10 minutes
Okay.
before we look at it. If you're on the Twitch stream first, thanks for hanging in here for the first half of today's. We're making great progress. We might finish the damn thing today, but before we look at the paper, we're going to do an intermission. The intermission is kind of a special video I put together of public domain footage that tells the story of our main arc on the podcast, Call of Cthulhu. So if you don't need to pee or freshen your drink, then stick around for the intermission. Thank you, Rena. You're doing a great job. A lot of fun so far. I know I have some missteps, and I need to figure out how to get the music volume and stuff because I'm scared to use it after it was too loud at the beginning. So I've just not been using it. I'm very open to feedback. Like I said, this is the first time we've ever streamed anything. First time I've ever tried to stream anything in my whole life. So other than playing in the Gen Con game, but they knew what they were doing. So I'm going to run the intermission for 10 minutes and then we will return. I think we're back. That it's a minor miracle that worked. If it did work, I guess I didn't get any confirmation that it worked all the way to the end. But if you know me, you know I worked harder on the intermission than preparing the scenario. That's just how I am. So, but once the streaming is all working well, then and all the intermissions are already developed, then we'll be able to focus on the things that really matter. So very good. Everything seems to be working. You can hear us again, I'm assuming. The die roller is active, so I think we're good to go. Are you ready, Rena?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Is there anything else you want to plug your wares or anything? You selling anything?
No, just the upcoming Ain't Slayed session of Mr. Corbett. I'm on that, so you can find me on there being wonderfully rich and snobby.
Okay, good. So, yeah, good plug on that. And we also have Unland coming up. You're not in that, unfortunately. No. It was you had already played it. Was part of the problem.
Yes.
But Unland is a scenario. It's Call of Cthulhu, written by Scott Dorward, and he ran the game for us. It's Scott with Joe and Owen from How We Roll, and with me and Wes from Ain't Slayed Nobody. I was by far the worst player in that, which is a good thing. It was so fun. It's so good. So we're going to release that on September 22nd. I'll probably start editing that the second you conclude whatever your arc's going to be in Love You to Death. So let's pick it up then where we left off, where Max was holding a folded up piece of paper. I guess I won't force you to unfold that, but you can do whatever you'd like.
No, I'm just going to set fire to it and pretend this isn't happening.
Oh, okay, no. Jay.
Okay. No, I'm good. I'll open it and take a look.
Okay. I almost clicked the wrong handout. That would have been the first consequential mistake. But all right, let me get this up here. And then I'm going to open it for you in roll 20.
Okay.
Potentially.
Is Highball the dog still in here? Is he still whining?
Yeah, Highball's kind of in the doorway, I would say. Highball could help you solve this. Harry's not going to be able to help, but Highball.
Now that he's human.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess you could read them out loud so we can play along at home.
I can't see them.
Oh, you can't see them?
Nope.
In roll 20?
Nope.
I suck.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, sorry about that.
All right. So let's see. Even without being asked, it will answer willingly, and it can speak any and all languages fluently. Although bashfully, it will not speak first. It will repeat after you the things most versed. It has no bones, but has a spine, and while its leaves turn, they do not change color. It cannot speak, yet is never short of tales to tell. Well, that's a book.
Okay, good. Yeah, so these are two separate riddles, which I think you've now figured out. The two line breaks, I was trying to. I should have numbered them in hindsight. Yes. So yeah, the second one you think that's a book. Good.
Hmm.
How about the
Well, it has
first
a
one?
spine, it's got leaves, it has tails. It's probably a book.
So for the first one, I'll give you the option to just solve it,
Hmm.
or I mean, we can take our time with this a little bit if you'd like
Hmm.
to solve it. We could also throw it to the chat to let them solve it for you,
Hmm.
or we could roll for it.
Hmm.
I don't think Hattie's that good at this stuff though, so that could be a risk.
Hmm. Well, let's see if the chat can jump in on the first one. Get some audience participation here, other than people just telling us what we're doing wrong.
No, they're being nice. They're good so far. Yeah, except
Are
for
they? Okay.
Will. Will's on a computer. That's his screen
Mhm.
name. He's the only mean one. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
He's nice too.
Someone says echo.
Harry is based on Will. Just gonna
Mhm.
put it out there.
So someone on the chat said echo.
Oh, okay. I see that now. Bergnot said Echo.
Mhm.
Do you want to roll psychology to see if you believe them? Or are you are you buying it? Are you buying it?
Am I rolling psychology on myself as a person, as a player?
we're, we're gonna alter the rules of Call of Cthulhu
I
here.
have altered the rules. Pray I do not alter them any further.
So Echo and Book, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. You feel pretty. Oh, what did I just do? Oh, I know what I did. I did what I said I wasn't going to do and left the roll 20 thing open. All
Mhm.
right, now we're good. Did so you feel pretty confident that you've solved the riddles. So Hattie, for whatever reason, maybe you don't know how old this is. I guess
No.
maybe in a panic, left a piece of paper under a bathroom tile, hoping you'd find it. But the yeah, Echo and Book are
Hmm.
the solutions you think
Hmm.
to these riddles.
Hmm. So I'm going to go look for any of Hattie's books.
Okay, good. So
And
sorry, I shouldn't have said good. So and what else?
and just see if I can find any further clues, or if she was referring to a specific book. Excuse me, maybe something with echo in the title even.
Okay.
But is Hattie a great reader?
Yeah, she's not as well read as Max as you are,
Mm.
but she does read a lot. You all spent whatever books you could get your hands on in the orphanage. You were
Mhm.
reading. You both knew how to read.
Okay. So I'm gonna go look for any potential books I can find around here.
Okay, good. So you walk out
Mhm.
into that main area, and Highball lost interest in the bathroom the second you solved the riddles. He's he's a he's a riddle dog, mob dog, human dog, riddle dog. Highball now is he's warming up to Harry, and Harry's just petting Highball as you look around for books in this apartment. There is
Mhm.
a bookshelf. It's not a bookcase, so this probably if there's anything here, it won't be difficult work for you. And you peruse the bookshelf. There are probably 20 books on this bookshelf, something like that.
Mhm.
Kind of run your finger along the spines, I guess, as you look down, and you do notice that one of the books is called Echo.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
It's so convenient, isn't it?
Oh, strange how that works. So I'm gonna pull that one off the shelf.
Okay, good. So you pull the book called Echo off the shelf and do what with it?
Mhm.
Smack Harry with it.
Well, I'm very tempted to throw it at Harry, but I would never actually do that to a book. So I'm going to very carefully take a look through it, flip through the pages, maybe shake it a little bit, see if anything else falls out.
Okay, good idea. So you do that, nothing happens. But what you realize quickly is that this isn't a novel or
Mm-hmm.
a historical work or anything like that. It's very obviously a journal in Hattie's handwriting
Hmm.
that she's keeping on this bookshelf, disguised as a book called Echo, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I was smiling is because there's so much reading on these handouts. I feel like I'm punishing you now by showing you handouts, but you do open to some recent entries
Okay.
in the journal that that catch your eye. kind of leading up to today's events. And I have two of these pages. I'm gonna show them to you one at a time for the sake of
Okay.
being able to show them on Twitch. But
Okay.
I'm gonna pull that up first for Twitch, and then I'm gonna pull it up in Roll20 for real this time. I'm actually gonna show it to you.
Mm.
And there's two entries on this first page,
Okay.
which I've put in just the most awful font I could find.
All right. Okay, so the first entry is February 1st, 1929. Tonight, for the first time, I took part in something the other wives jokingly call their cult meetings. I admit it was quite interesting, but I can't shake the feeling that the man who organizes them can perform real, honest-to-goodness magic. Last week, apparently, he gave Irene a prediction, and it actually happened. Lucille Moran was also at the meeting, and she confirmed it. Quite a few of Mystic Merrick's predictions have come true over the last few months since these meetings started. I'm not sure if I approve of, or believe in, any of it, but if this is what all the other wives are doing, then perhaps I'd better go to another one, if only to see Lucille again. February 11th, 1929. This meeting was much more unsettling. For some reason, Mystic Merrick kept staring straight at me while he was performing those incantations he claims let him see the future. Not just looking, but really staring, like he was trying to get inside my head and read my thoughts. I started to get a splitting headache, so I made my excuses and left. I never want to go back to another one of those meetings ever again, even though I can't explain why. The whole thing's left me feeling really unnerved. I also have this strange feeling that I've met Merrick before, but can't think where.
Wow, so mysterious.
I wonder who that could be.
Would you? Oh gosh, would you like to? Another riddle. Would you like to read the next page?
Sure.
Okay. Once I figure out how to do that, we will look at the next page of the journal. Okay, so it's up for Twitch, but not for you yet.
Mm-hmm. Speak to me, my voices.
And now I believe you can see page 2.
Okay. February 12th, 1929. Lucille came to me this morning and she was very disturbed. She said she's resigned from the cult meetings. She also told me she had a feeling I was in danger and that somebody has designs on my life. I got a silver amulet from her. She told me to wear it as it would keep me safe. She also gave me a dagger and told me to carry it with me always for protection. She made me put it in my purse and made me swear not to part with it at any time. If she'd told me this last night, I would have taken her a bit more seriously, but now, I don't know. Who could possibly want to harm me? I've put the amulet, an adorable silver cross thing, on Highball's collar. It suits him. February 5th, 1929. 15th, 1929. Jane, my love, is it my fault you were taken from me? Could I have done something to prevent your death? I feel so lost. What if Lucille was right? Who'll protect me now that you're gone? I'm sure someone's been watching me, and my head's been hurting so badly since yesterday. I hope that Highball will be returned to me. I don't know what I'd do without him now. There's someone I can go see, my very old and dear friend. I only pray she can help. I'll feel much safer once Highball is back home.
Well, mission accomplished on that, because Highball is back home. Let me close out on Roll20, and then I'll get back to our regular screen. All right, very good. So you've had a peek into Hattie's journal here, and I think now as an investigator you have several options about what to do with this information. You clearly felt like you solved the riddle after reading the first page of the journal. So what would you like to do? I just want to reemphasize that the little amulet suits Highball. It really is just adorable.
Mm-hmm. Well, I look over at Highball and back at the journal. Does Hattie have like an address book where she has contact information for Lucille?
No. So at this point, it's worth pointing out that as a private investigator, you do have some ins with the mob, but they're kind of low level. So that guy. I think it's Brock is the last name. It's easy for me to remember, but Billy Brock, who's kind of this baby-faced cherub of a man, curly blonde hair, but he's kind of been like a mob informant for you as a detective. But you've heard of Lucille Moran because it's Bugs Moran's wife, and they're quite famous. But you don't know her. You don't think you could just show up at her home and get a meeting with her or anything like that. Yeah, Billy Littlecombe Brock is the mob friend.
How do I normally contact Billy?
Okay, you know that Billy likes to hang out at the diner. They kind of just hang around there all day waiting for jobs, and he hangs there. He's just a kind of a 15-year-old sprightly little kid, but he hangs out there and hits on the waitresses pretty much all day. Eats pie. Yeah.
Right. So before I do that, I'm going to go see if I can speak to the neighbor, Mr. Doyle, who Hattie said she was going to ask to look after her, and see if he saw her leave or if he knows anything.
Oh, thank God you remembered his name, because it's certainly not the name from the scenario. So Mr. Doyle, are you gonna just knock on his door?
Yep, just gonna go knock on his door. I leave Harry and Highball in the apartment just in case Hattie comes back.
Okay, are you gonna leave them there? Well, I guess we can decide after you talk to Mr. Doyle.
Just for the moment, with strict instructions not to touch anything other than the dog.
Oh, that wasn't Highball's instructions.
Oh no.
Okay.
Highball's a good boy.
All right, so knock. You knock on the door, and Mr. Doyle, who you presume is Mr. Doyle, you've seen him before, but you're not like friendly or anything. He answers, "Yes, can I help you?"
Mr. Doyle, don't know if you remember me. I'm Max Hammett, friend of Hattie and Jane's.
Oh yes, I thought you looked familiar. How are you?
Yes.
Very sad. Very sad.
Very sad indeed. I was coming over, sir, to see if you know anything about where Hattie might have gone off to. She's not home, and I thought she was planning to stay here with you.
Oh, yes, she's been acting very strangely, but you know about Jane, I'm sure. So.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Did you just drop by to give your condolences? Sorry, she's not home. I'm sorry.
Well, I was expecting to see her this afternoon. She told me to come see her, and she's not there. Did you see anyone come in? Anyone who hasn't been here before, maybe?
Well, I saw Hattie leave. She left only maybe half an hour ago, or was it 20 minutes? I don't. The time it gets away from me. So she left with a man. They were just walking down the hall. I've never seen him before. Just a tall man with was he tall? I don't remember. Just a man with with black hair, black-haired man, green eyes. I'm not going to comment on his attractiveness, although I was tempted to after seeing your friend that you brought to the apartment.
Black hair, you say?
With black hair, yes. And yes, it was strange though, because Hattie and I we're not just neighbors. I consider us to be friends, and I said, wished her good day, as I always do, although, her wife did die yesterday. But I wished her good day, and she ignored me completely, which is so unlike her. She usually will at least exchange pleasantries with me.
That's very strange.
Yeah, she'd never done that before. It was quite alarming. But I heard about her dog as well. I heard Highball, though. Sounds like she's got Highball back home.
Yes, Highball is back home.
What a good boy that is.
Such a good boy.
Good mob dog.
Does everybody know about the mob thing but me, apparently? Some detective I am.
My favorite of all the mob dogs.
Okay, so you didn't.
Someone asked if this is Harry's dad.
Who knows? So Did you happen to look out your window, sir, and maybe see them go by? Did they walk away? Did they get in a cab? Did you see anything?
No, I saw them just leave down our corridor here. I assumed it was something to do with Jane's death. Maybe I don't know. It didn't look like a detective or anything, but maybe a family friend or maybe one of Jane's family members. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't mean to sound self-centered. I was just taken aback by her not greeting me. It's really eating away at me.
No, it's very strange. You're right, sir. But she has just had a very very great loss. So I'm
Yes.
sure it was nothing intentional.
We all love Jane. It was tragedy what's happened.
All right. Well, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate the information. I'm gonna go see if I can find her.
Thank you.
But just I'm gonna give him one of my business cards. If you hear anything or see anything that shouldn't be happening around her place, if you could just give me a call starting tomorrow. Uh,
Wonderful. Would you like some chocolate cake for the road?
uh, I'm sure Harry would. Harry would never forgive me if I said no to chocolate cake. So,
Every somewhat older person in my scenarios has chocolate cake for some reason. They offer. Here you are, and it's a delicious looking piece of chocolate bundt cake wrapped in cellophane, if that existed in 1929.
I'm not sure it did, but we'll pretend.
Yes.
All right. So thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated.
You're welcome. Enjoy and do let Hattie know how you enjoyed the cake.
I will.
Seems to be
of
the
course.
most pressing thing at the moment.
All right, so I'm gonna go back and get Harry, and we're gonna take the dog because I don't want to leave the dog alone.
Okay.
So did Hattie leave her keys so I can lock up her place?
Yes, actually her keys were in her purse. That was one other thing that you found in her purse.
Okay.
So you could secure the place.
Okay, so I've got that knife thing.
You're taking it. Okay.
Of course, I'm taking it. I'm not leaving it there. Like a child could break in and stab himself with it. Who knows?
You're talking about Harry, obviously. He's probably already
Yes.
done it actually because you
No,
left.
because I've got it in my bag. I said I put it in my bag.
That's true. That's true.
I wouldn't leave something sharp around Harry.
Had you left it, it would be up to a luck roll. No, very good.
I'm very careful about this at this point. So I've got that. I've got all of the notes and everything just in case I need them. And we're gonna go talk to Billy.
Oh, to Billy Brock. Okay. All right. Yeah, very good. So you're gonna try to track down Billy Brock at Dorothy's Diner, which again you're in downtown, north side of Chicago, so everything's in walking distance. It's just gonna be a couple city blocks to get to Dorothy's Diner. This isn't the first time you've been here. In fact, just about any time you've wanted to track down Billy, you've found him here. And you know, Billy, his mob name is Littlecomb, which actually, Max, why do they call him Littlecomb? What do you think? Just make it up on the fly here.
Oh, well, that one's pretty easy because the one time he got caught by the cops, they took him in. They were expecting to find some booze, but all he had was a little hair comb, and they accused him of trying to break his way out of the cell with the little teeth on the combs, and so they took it away from him, and he hasn't shut up about it since because he said it was his pa's comb, and
Beautiful.
he's never been able to get that back.
I love that. That's so much better than what's written in the scenario. So yes, that's why he's known as Littlecomb. And of course he uses that little comb to try to manage those wild blonde curls that he has on that little angel face of his. He often puts, gel in it, trying to get it under control, but it's usually just a wild curly mess. So he's easy to spot for you. He's probably the youngest member of the North Side mob at the moment. You walk into the diner, and sure enough, it's pretty busy in here. You see the waitresses kind of milling about. They're busy, and a lot of the clientele here is mob related. This is kind of known as one of those spots to you as an investigator. But you do see Billy, and he's just sitting at a table by himself underneath one of those stained glass lamps that hangs over the tables in here. And sitting in one of those blue booth seats eating blueberry pie, and he's kind of got the filling from that pie all around his face. It almost bothers you how much of a child he is to know, the activity he's caught up
Mm-hmm.
in with the mob here. But he doesn't notice you walk in because he's so engaged with that pie, but you do
Hmm.
see him.
All right, so I'm going to direct Harry to sit at a back table with the dog.
No
Um,
dogs allowed. Yeah. We'll say they'll
it's the
let
'20s.
they'll let Highball in, but they're not going to let
Yeah,
him run free.
yeah.
As
No,
long as,
he'll just sit down. I tell him sit and stay, and he'll listen to me because I am the alpha.
that's right.
After that natural one,
Yes.
uh,
And,
so
and Harry and Highball have grown quite fond of each other during this
uh,
1 hour they've been together.
yeah, I tell Harry he can get himself some decent coffee and some pie if he wants to, but not to overdo it. And then I'm gonna go over and talk to Billy.
Okay, very good. So you sit down on I guess the opposites. Are you going to sit down?
I'm gonna
Okay.
sit down.
So you sit on the
Hey, Billy.
opposite side of one of those glass top tables they have here at the diner. Oh, hey, Max, you want some pie?
No, not at the moment, Billy. Thank you. I'm not really in the mood for much eating, but you go on, enjoy yourself.
All right. And he didn't even hesitate. He's digging in. And it's not like he has a slice of pie. He has a
He has a
pie.
whole pie.
He has a blueberry pie. You
Such a mood.
you heard what those bastards did last night?
Yeah, heard about it.
Yeah. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him.
Well, yeah, I'm sure someone will, Billy, but just stay away from that.
He kind of looks up. That's your dog?
No, it's my friend's dog. Do you know Jane?
Oh yeah, of
Jane May?
course. Jane. Yeah, I can almost drive. Of course I know Jane. 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 Jane helps us out, all the time. Jane was great. Jane was great.
Yeah, that was her dog,
I was so
Billy.
excited I almost forgot about the deaths. The Yeah, Jane. Gosh, just I don't know. I feel like we just got to go shoot up the south side. I guess I shouldn't tell a private investigator
No,
these
no,
details.
Billy.
Yep. Sorry. Just
Billy.
Yep.
I don't want you getting in with no shooting things.
no, nope. I just
No,
keep
what?
hold down the diner. That's what they tell me. Just
Yep,
hold down
yep,
the diner.
you keep holding down the diner, and you stay away from those guns. You hear?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm more into blades anyway. So got the switchblade.
Oh dear. You still have that thing?
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a
I
lot of
thought
trouble around here. You see what they're doing in the garage? Shooting people up with machine guns.
Yes, I saw, but I don't think Switchblade's going to help you much with a machine gun. So you keep yourself out of trouble.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I keep my nose
listen
clean.
no, no, you're not. It's covered in blueberries.
And it absolutely is. Yeah.
All right, now look here, Billy. Now I'm looking for Jane's wife. You remember Hattie? You ever meet Hattie?
Uh, yeah, I think I met Hattie. I think I met Hattie a
Okay.
couple of times.
Okay. Now I'm looking for her. She was real upset this morning, and so she mentioned a friend. Maybe she might have gone to stay with Lucille. You know Lucille.
Oh, of course I know Lucille. We got to send Hattie a basket. We got to send her a basket.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it. We got to send her a basket.
Yeah. Just make sure y'all don't put your names on it.
No, just a basket, some fruit, some guns, everything she'll need.
Not the guns.
Yeah. Blades. I got you.
No, no, no. We don't do that either, Billy.
Got you, Max.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay. So, do you know where I
Lucille.
can find Lucille? Yeah, because Hattie talking about being a friend of Lucille, and I can't find Hattie this morning. I need to take her dog, and gestures over it at Highball, who's probably happily slurping away at some melted ice cream. Um,
That Harry dropped on the floor.
Harry dropped. It was the ice cream off his pie fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Um,
He
and
also
it's
has a whole blueberry pie.
he's probably 3/4 of the way through it. But it makes him look more handsome having all the blueberry on his face somehow.
It's like Willy Wonka, but beautiful.
All right, now, Billy, I need to
Yeah,
take her
yeah.
dog, and I want to make sure she's okay after what happened to Jane. And I don't know who else she might go to, Billy, but I know she was friends with Lucille, and I'm thinking maybe she went to Lucille if she didn't feel safe at home. Can you help me,
Jeez.
Billy?
Jeez, I don't know. That's a big ask, Max. Lucille's, that's Bugsy's wife.
Yeah. I know it's a big ask, Billy, but who got you out of the slammer last week?
Yeah, and the week before that.
Uh-huh. And the week before that, you see where I'm going.
Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. I mean, I could call her and ask.
Mhm.
I don't feel right giving you her address. It's
No,
just
that I'm not asking you for her address, Billy.
okay,
I wouldn't
okay.
wouldn't expect you to betray your boss's trust like that, although she
Yeah.
absolutely would, if
He's
that's
very
okay.
nervous, by the way. He's not.
You're
He
like,
does. He doesn't look well.
mhm. Now, all I'm asking is a phone call. Just I want to
Okay.
see if she knows where Hattie is, so I can take Hattie her dog
Yeah.
and make sure she's okay after what happened with Jane.
Okay.
You know me, Billy.
I do.
You know I don't go around causing trouble unless people deserve it, and I don't want to get you in no trouble. But I need to look after my friend.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
I'll call her. What should I tell her? Why would she agree to a meeting like this?
You can tell her that Hattie's friend has her dog and is worried about her and wants to make sure she gets her dog back since it's all she has left of Jane, and just wants
Yeah.
to make sure her friend's okay.
Anything else you want to tell her to increase the chances of success here?
um,
I'm just curious. I'm not saying that's not good.
mhm, mhm. Like, well, you can mention I was good friends with Jane. You
That's
know,
good. Yeah.
had dinner at their house pretty regularly. I knew Jane pretty well, and we were very, very close to both of them. And I'm just real worried. And I know Lucille and Hattie were friends, and as a friend to another friend, want to make sure our mutual friend is doing okay in this trying time.
Are we friends, Maxie?
Of course, we're friends, Billy.
Oh, all
Pat,
right.
pat, pat.
Yeah. Let me get you. Bring another fork over here for my friend. And he's clearly been eating this like with his hands. So, but they do bring another fork. I'll make the call. I'll make the call. I'm telling you, Max, don't get your hopes up. She's gonna say no, but I'll make the call.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all I'm asking, Billy. It's all I'm
She
asking.
she don't take company from strangers. It's all. I'm not. I'll try. I'll call her. I'll call her.
Okay.
All right. And so he gets up and goes kind of toward, there's like a little phone on the
Mhm.
wall next to the kitchen entrance and exit. So he goes
Mhm.
in there, and that's a pretty impractical place to put the phone. But he's just getting like run over by waitresses while he's on the phone. But you see him over there, and he's kind of, he's very animated when he speaks. So he's gesturing kind of to himself as he talks on the phone. And you can do something if you'd like while he does that, or you can just wait for him to report back.
Can I try and listen, hear what he's saying?
Um, sure. Yeah, give me a listen roll.
Okay.
I just like to see the dice roll to see if it's working well.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Oh no, it didn't work. Oh
It's
my
a
god.
six. It's a six.
Yeah, but it went off the screen, so it doesn't. I'm just kidding. It counts. It was because of that crop I did at the very beginning. All right, so you rolled a six.
You
So
take the six from me, Cup.
so you take like the empty cup and hold it up to your ear, and you can hear every word of the conversation. Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Moran. It's Max. She's a friend of mine. She says, she wants to know more about what happened to her friend Hattie. Hattie, I think you knew her. She's Jane's wife, and look, I'm doing a favor, putting in the call. Yeah, yeah, Hattie. Yeah, Hattie May, right? Really? Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah, I should be doing both sides of this phone call. Yeah, it's because you rolled a six, you can hear what's coming out of the receiver as well. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, she'll be thrilled. Yeah, okay. Just remind me the hotel. What's the number? Okay, yeah, 2100. Yeah, North Lincoln Park. I got it. Yep. Yeah, my accent changes. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, Miss Moran. Yep. Okay, thank you. Well, I'll see you around. Yeah, of course. No pie. I understand. Yeah, I won't have any. Great. All right, and then he hangs up the phone. He runs back to the table. He's so excited, Max. Yeah, Mrs. Moran said she'd see you right away. She even gave me her address for you to go over there. I can't believe it.
Oh, that's wonderful, Billy. You've done such a good job. I'm so proud of you.
I know I'm just trying to claw my way to the top. I've got a lot of ambition out here. in
Well,
the north side of Chicago.
don't claw too hard. You see what happens. Well, when people get that way, and I don't want to see you ending up like Jane. Okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right. And
I can bail you out of jail. I can't bail you out of bullet holes.
that's a good point. Yeah, so it's the Parkway Hotel, 2100 North Lincoln Park West. You know where it is. You know the place. So she's in room 538.
538. Now, Billy, what if I told you about those accents? I know you think it'll make you more valuable if you can try to blend in different places, but you go in somewhere with an accent like that and you're just going to get thrown out on your ass.
And I thought if the mob doesn't work out, I could go into being a private investigator.
Yeah, well, maybe you could if you keep yourself from getting shot.
Yeah, this is like bad South Jersey and Chicago, all right, or maybe mid Jersey. All right. Well, you want me to come along?
Well, do you think it would help you, Billy?
Well, it ain't gonna help me eat this pie, but Max, you're a friend. You've done a lot for me. It's up to you. Start a full campaign. The three of us and a dog.
A mobster, a secretary, a PI, and a dog. There we go.
It's a good
All
party.
Right. Okay, so all right, Billy, you can come with, but don't you go stabbing nobody.
Oh.
We ain't stabbed nobody around here.
I ain't stabbing nobody. Oh, look, I love the dog too. Oh, what a sweet little boy you are. Oh yeah. Oh, what a cool dog. Yeah. He's very excited. All right, so as always, you can just walk to the
Everything's within a 15-minute walk of each other in Chicago. We know this.
Yeah, and it's linear too. They're just all in a line, the destinations you need to go to in this scenario. So yeah, you can walk to the hotel, no problem. And you roll up to the hotel and you have the room number. So security, not terribly tight given who's staying in that room. You can just make your way up to the door unless you want to leave any party members behind.
Well, now, Billy, do you think she'd be more receptive if I went up by myself?
I told her. Well, you heard exactly what I said, and I didn't actually say this, but I told her it was just you's coming.
Okay, so you stay down here with Harry and the dog.
Yeah.
Harry, make sure he doesn't get up to no trouble.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Hey, little buddy. It's like he's just noticed. Just noticed
there's a human there.
Little comb for the first time.
So Max is rubbing her temples at this point, going, "I need a fucking drink."
All right, perfect.
And she takes one last look at the motley crew and goes, "Fuck," and goes off towards the room because she doesn't really have a choice.
Okay. All right, very good. So, yeah, you go up and you're standing in front of whatever room number I just said Lucille Moran was staying in. Certainly, I don't ever take notes, but I should. And I certainly can't when I'm trying to run the tech part as well. But yeah, you can do whatever you like. You can knock on that door. Or
Yep. So I'll walk up and be very respectful, take my hat off, and just knock on the door.
Ooh, good Foley. Yeah. So you can hear someone on the other side of that door after a few seconds. Who is it?
It's Max Hammett, Miss Moran. I was told you were expecting me.
Max Hammett, did Billy tell me your name? I can't remember. Yes, of course. Hattie's friend, of course. And you hear like the deadbolt as she undoes the deadbolt and opens the hotel door. Yeah, please come in. Oh dear, would you like some tea? This was all just based on how you looked. Oh dear.
Well, I do look very hungover and also very cold.
Yes. You've been walking like the streets of Chicago all day.
Well, if tea's the strongest thing you have, ma'am, then I'll take that.
Oh, you want some liquor?
her eyes just sort of go,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
And she points over to just the full setup she has in here. She kind of pushed it's on like a little cart, but she's kind of pushed it to the corner since she was having unknown company and it is prohibition. But yeah, she invites you to help yourself to the cart. It has everything you could ever imagine.
Ma'am, I am very appreciative of you in this moment. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm eager to hear what you have to say about Hattie May. It's terrible what happened. They think they were going after my husband. I can't believe the balls on these men.
Yes, mighty terrible thing to happen, ma'am. Max is going to knock back like a shot of bourbon and pour herself another one before she sits down.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
That's better.
And she sits down kind of on the edge of the sofa and gestures for you to sit in a pretty nice chair that she has sitting right next to it. So why did you ask to see me about this?
The thing is, Hattie's gone missing. I saw her this morning. I heard about Jane, and I can't find her. She wasn't in her apartment. She left her things behind, which is very unlike her. And she told me to come and bring her dog. I found her dog down at the police impound, and I brought the dog back, and Hattie wasn't there. And she mentioned you and knowing you, and you're the only person I could think of who might know where she could have gone. And I'm gonna flip through my notes. Do you happen to know a tall, sort of lanky gentleman, black hair, green eyes? That ringing any bells?
Listen, lady, I know a lot of men. Can you be more specific?
Well, I'm not sure if this is the same man, but I've got a name, Merrick.
And she kind of sinks back into the sofa and lets out a heavy sigh. What is it you think happened to Hattie?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out, ma'am. I know there was something she didn't quite like going on. I don't know what exactly. I know she was anxious. She was scared about some things. And her neighbor told me she walked off in a daze, almost like a trance, with this tall man with green eyes. And ma'am, I don't know what's going on here. I was hoping you could maybe explain some things to me if I help me find my friend.
I knew it. Listen, where I come from, we have a lot of respect for magic. We shouldn't have been messing with those things. You don't mess with powerful forces. I knew the mystic. I knew he was real. I knew he was trouble. I feel responsible in some ways, organizing these meetings. I don't know what to tell you. This is not good. This is not good.
I've gathered as much. But is there anything you can tell me about this man? She checks again. This Mr. Merrick, where he might have haunted around Chicago, where he might be.
He's very secretive. I don't know much about the man in the way he lived his life. I know there was something with Hattie. There was something about Hattie that this man, he did not behave the way a man running a meeting like this should run. He was doing something evil. There's something wrong with this man. I knew Hattie was in trouble. That's why I gave her the amulet. I knew it. I knew she was in trouble.
Well, unfortunately, ma'am, she seems to have given the amulet to her dog. So.
Oh my God.
Yes. Can you tell me anything about this man? I mean, you were in meetings with him. Can you tell me anything about what he looked like? Do you have any pictures? Anything?
I didn't take his photograph, but I do know he is exactly as you described. He has kind of a lanky man with black hair, green eyes, and his eyes were cold. There's something wrong with this man, and the way he carried himself. It was almost like he was not attending these meetings as an entertainer. There was something else going on. He was looking for more, and I knew he was evil when he would predict the future. He would tell us things that were going to happen before they happened, and then they did, but they were trivial things. It would be things like an unexpected guest dropping by the house, or a fall that's going to happen in the next week. Just silly little things. But it was like he was putting us under a spell to make us realize the magic was real. And most of the other wives, they were impressed by this. They thought it was fun. It was a novelty. But I knew this was magic. I knew this was real. I knew he was doing something he should not have been doing. And I let the meetings continue, and that's my fault. And that's when I knew.
How did
Yes.
these meetings get started, ma'am? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah. So this man, he actually he approached me about the meetings. And I had actually met him at Dorothy's Diner, because there are only 3 places in this whole scenario. And I met him at the diner, and he knew who I was, which being in this business was alarming to me. But he actually noticed a ring I was wearing, and he recognized it as Turkish jewelry, and struck up conversation with me. And he endeared himself to me. And it's not often I get to speak to people about the old ways and the magic. And he brought back so many memories from home that. I was a sucker. I feel like he suckered me. He drew me in and took advantage of me. And I don't know what his designs are on your friend Hattie, but I knew it when I saw it. And that's why I tried to warn her. I tried to protect her. I gave her the amulet. I gave her the dagger. I hope she has the dagger, at least the conjar.
Max does not say anything at this moment.
Yes, I really need that dagger back when she's done with it.
So, ma'am, Miss Moran.
Yes.
Listen, if Hattie's with this man, it sounds like she could be in some real danger. And did it seem like maybe he knew her, or was familiar with her, or was targeting her in some way?
Yes, absolutely. He was crazed. He was staring at her. He knew her. I don't know what he was trying to do with her. I knew she was in danger. I knew that this was the reason this man was here. There's something wrong with this man.
Did he ever give you a first name? Anything I can use to track him down?
Yes, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but he told me his name was Ellis O'Donnell. Ellis O'Donnell was his name, but it's very common that mystics will change their names. So I didn't think much of that.
Max has turned white as a sheet at this. Ma'am, that's very helpful. I thank you very much. I think I know where to go. Thank you. I appreciate the drink and the conversation, but ma'am, I've got to go.
Dear, don't do anything stupid. These are powerful forces that.
Oh, I never do anything stupid, ma'am. I'm a detective.
You take care of that dog's amulet. You should wear that amulet if you're going after danger. That's all I can tell you.
All right. So.
And if you find my dagger, please return it. That dagger is dear to me.
I most certainly will.
Okay.
So Max is going to hurry out. and she's going to go down. I'm guessing it's a hotel, so they have a concierge. Um, and she's going to ask for a map.
Okay. And yeah, they do have a concierge, and he gladly hands you a map. And if you'd like me to help you with dining reservations, I'm happy to assist, ma'am.
No, thank you. Maybe later. She's gonna rush back over to where the boys are, and she's got her letter from Ellis. And she's muttering things to herself. She's like, "This doesn't make any sense. Like, why would he do this?
Ooh,
What's
should I
going
pull
on?"
that back up?
Yeah. And she's gonna try to figure out this location that he's talking about with the water tower and the perch on the roof. See if she can figure out something that might tell her where he is or where
Okay.
he's been.
Oh, good. So your memory is much better than mine. So you're a better investigator. The so you pull out this letter, and I think especially the water tower is a helpful bit of information. So you know where this water tower is. So you could at least get close to wherever Ellis was writing this from with just that tidbit of information.
Okay. All right, Harry. We're gonna.
Yes.
I might need you to hit some things. Not sure yet, but just be ready.
I'm always ready. Always ready, boss.
Yes. I know.
I'll hit him for you, Maxie.
Don't. You know I hate it when you call me Maxie.
Sorry, Max. I'll hit him for you, Max. I hate it when people call me Little Comb, so I can relate.
Yes.
As he pulls a little comb out of his back pocket, runs it through his curls.
That's why I call you Billy. Okay. So just give me a moment to think, boys. This doesn't make any sense.
Do you need any help with the thinking? Harry offers.
Yes, Harry, I want you to think very, very hard. And I want you to go stand over there and just think. Like, just think very hard.
Oh, it's a
riddle. And look at that wall. Look at that wall and think, yes, it's a riddle, Harry.
It's a riddle, yeah. Yeah, I've got it. I've got this.
Oh, okay. So, why would he? This doesn't make any sense. He's never shown any. Oh, it's got to be him. They can't be two. Okay, Billy, I don't think you should be involved in this. I don't know.
Do you want my switchblade?
I've got one. Thank you, Billy. You gave me one, remember? For my birthday last year.
With the comb, with the little comb.
Yes. And I've got the comb too in my pocket.
Okay.
All right.
You just want me to walk to the diner by myself? Are you gonna? You feel good about that?
But
I'm 15, Max.
Yeah. Well, that's why I don't want you involved in this, because I don't know what I'm getting into here, Billy, and
which was like being 30 in 1929.
Yes. Like, you know, Mac, Billy. Okay, Billy. Now look here. I need you to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
And if you don't see me at the diner in 24 hours,
yeah,
I need you to go and talk to this person. And she pulls out one of her business cards and she writes the cop's name on the back of it and she hands it to him. She said, "You need to go talk to this person, and you need to tell him that I went missing, okay?
Oh man.
With the dog. He'll understand.
I don't know. I know Bart. I don't think he wants to see me.
Tell him you come from me. He'll see you.
Okay.
All right? But my phone's out, Billy. You're the only person I got."
Okay. All right, Max. Well, thanks for trusting me. I'll do this for you, Max. You've done me so many favors. It's the least I can do.
Yeah. And you know, I wouldn't ask you to do this if I didn't need you to, Billy. So, it could all be nothing, Billy. It could just be a prank. It could be a joke. I don't know, but
okay.
Just in case, you're my backup.
All right.
Okay?
I'm good at pranks if you need to get them back.
Okay. If it turns out to be a prank, Billy, you are the
Okay.
first person I will come to.
Good.
I know you've got some good ones that you can pull. Okay.
Okay. I'll take this good boy back with me too, huh?
Uh,
Drop him
no,
at your
I'm not.
office. And he points at Harry.
No, I need Harry to come be a good boy and potentially punch things for me. Um, but I'm gonna take the dog because the dog can help me find Hattie. So um, it reacted so well to her scent earlier that I'm sure I can help. I can find her with the help of the dog. But remember, Billy, 24 hours.
All right,
If
24 hours. Yeah.
if I'm not back at the diner in 24 hours, you go talk to Bart and you tell him where I went.
Okay, I got it. I got it,
Okay?
Max. I got it, Max.
Okay.
Yep.
And you stay out of trouble, Billy, because if I disappear and you disappear, then there's no one can help either of us. Okay.
That's right. And you could trust me, Max, as he wipes some blueberry off of his cheek and puts his finger in his mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. And Billy, if I don't come back in 24 hours, go check on Maureen for me, will you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Is that your cat?
No, that's my ex-girlfriend.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course I will. Of course I will. It's almost like you wrote a backstory I should have read.
No, I would never ever do that.
Perfect. Yeah, of course I'll check on her. Of course I will, Max.
Oh,
Good
right.
luck. Good luck.
Okay.
You call me if you need me. I'll be at the diner.
Okay. So, yeah, and the cat's name is Monster, by the way.
Monster.
So.
Yeah, I knew that. I totally knew that. Yep.
Okay. So Max is going to take the dog's leash and head out in the general direction of where she knows to go. She's still got Hattie's scarf, and she's probably got papers and everything that Hattie's touched that maybe when they get closer, Highball can use to try to sniff her out.
Good.
Because he reacted really strongly to it earlier. So.
Yeah, that's smart. Very good. So you start to walk toward where you know that water tower is. And it's you and Highball and Harry, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And no roll needed for this. When you get pretty close to that water tower, you're kind of following it like a beacon. You've been walking the streets of Chicago all day. This is a little bit further out, so you're walking maybe 20 blocks, something like that. It takes you a little while to get over there, and you get to a certain point with a real nice view of that water tower. It's kind of obstructed by buildings, but you're pretty close. Highball just goes bananas. Highball is just on the trail of something, and Highball, do you want to? I mean, you've got control of Highball on that one from earlier. Do you just want to hold on to the leash and run with him, or do you want to let him go free?
No, I'm gonna hold on to him because I don't want him running into a potential situation where he gets hurt. But I'm gonna follow after him.
Okay, he's pulling you in the way like a dog who doesn't know how to walk on a leash is, even though you're a dog whisperer, and he's dragging you, and of course Harry's just following behind. Oh, what's wrong with the dog? This is cool. And the dog's pulling you and pulling you and pulling you until you arrive at an apartment building, just a brick apartment building. It looks pretty standard for Chicago's north side. The bricks kind of tan and faded, but you certainly know it's an apartment building.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm gonna go in whatever direction the dog is pulling in. So if it goes into the apartment building, I'm gonna follow the dog in. And the letter did mention up on the roof. So I would assume start heading in that direction.
Okay. So interestingly, as you get to the stoop of this apartment building, Highball goes completely quiet. So Highball was very animated, dragging you, really panting, almost choking himself, trying to get you to hurry up and follow him, and pulling on his own collar, and kind of grunting and growling, and a lot of excitement from Highball. But now Highball is still and Highball is quiet. It's almost like he rolled stealth. He Highball to you seems like he knows he shouldn't be making noise. It's unsettling to you what's happening with Highball right now.
Everything okay, boy? I'm gonna
Highball's
pat his
lost his
head.
ability to speak.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pat his head and look around.
And
Um,
he is still panting, and the dog kind of turns its head when you speak to it, and just panting, looking at you with dog eyes.
okay. Well, like, he was definitely pointing in this direction when he was trying to run, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it was beeline for this apartment building.
Okay. So I'm going to try out the clues from the letter first.
Okay.
And the letter specifically mentioned being up on the roof where he could see the river and the janitor not knowing he's up there.
Okay.
So that would be the first place I would go.
Okay. All right, very good. And just as a keeper note, I think we'll finish this because the authors of the scenario didn't think the investigators would be quite as skilled. So you're skipping like a lot of stuff for investigators who haven't quite put the pieces together yet, which is good, I think, because this will probably fit in this one tidy stream in this way. But I think in the next 30 minutes or so we could probably put a wrap on it.
No pressure.
If that's okay, unless you want to pick it up with the last 30. Okay, let's do it then. Yeah, so you enter this apartment building. Highball is in front of you, right, on the leash, or beside you maybe, being very quiet, just walking obediently, not dragging you any longer. And Harry looks at you. He feels like this is eerie. No one's saying anything, and the dog got really quiet. So Harry looks at you almost with the face like, what do you want me to do? What's
Right. Yeah, you come with me, Harry. Quietly. Shh.
okay?
That means
That
no
way?
talking. Shh, Harry, no talking.
He took Little Combs' voice. Yeah. So Harry does. He's obedient too, just not as much as Highball. So they're both going to follow you, or I guess Highball's technically leading you.
All right.
Where would you like to go?
Gonna go. Is there a lift, like one of those old-fashioned lifts going up to, or sorry, elevators going up to the roof, or do I have to go up a bajillion stairs?
It looks like it's just a bajillion stairs. But you did notice from outside this apartment building that it's not like a skyscraper. It's not a huge apartment complex. It's probably maybe 5 stories high.
Okay.
It's no problem
So-
for Harry. I know that much. Harry,
Yeah. Well, Max is in pretty good physical condition. She tramps
Yeah.
around Chicago all day,
that's
apparently.
true. Yeah, she's a little fatigued from that today, though. Harry runs bleachers though in his spare time. He can do this no problem.
He's going up the stairs shirtless for some reason.
I see no reason why not.
All right, so we're gonna go up the stairs, at a brisk pace, not running though, because I don't want to get out of breath too quickly. But we're gonna go up as fast as we can.
Okay. All right, and you've made good time to get here. So you're gonna go up the stairs, and are you looking for roof access? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
So
what he mentioned. So.
okay. All right. Good. It's funny because just obviously in keeper mode, there's so many options to do like intelligence rolls to figure out like the water tower and all this stuff, and you're skipping all those. So I'm just making sure I know where we are. But there is roof access. You walk by a floor and it just says 5, on the door next to it, and then the next little set of stairs takes you to a door and it says roof.
Oh, that's convenient.
It was so convenient, but typical, I think, of an apartment building to just the stairwell will have the roof access.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the roof. Is the door locked, or can I just open it and go out?
It's not locked. It's not locked.
Okay. Well, that tells me things. So I'm going to open the door, but I'm going to pull my gun first because I don't know what's going on here. I'm still very confused as to if this is Ellis, what is he doing?
Yeah.
like we were all friends. What's happening here? But I've also been shot at before, so I'm not taking any chances.
Okay. All right. Very good. So you have been creeping up to this roof to this point. So I think it's appropriate to ask you for a stealth roll if you're going to continue to behave that way.
Okay.
Also, are you giving Harry any instructions here?
Well, I'm handing Harry the dog's leash.
Okay.
Because I can't, steady my gun and hold the dog. But they seem to be getting along, so it's fine. Okay.
Well,
and Harry, if I tell you to, punch.
Well, roll your stealth, and then I'll give you the bad news after you do that.
Okay. That's a success.
Okay, so Harry is also going to need to roll stealth.
Oh, God. What's his stealth?
Yeah, let me double check here.
He's the Mr. God of Thunder over here.
He's made up. He's not in the scenario, but I have an idea. Let's see. Okay, good. Stealth for Harry is 45. Not bad.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. There we go. Oh boy.
Oh, ouch.
All right, so Harry rolled
thump thump.
Yeah, Harry rolled an 88, unfortunately. And
he's flexing his muscles so hard that it makes noise.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So what instruction do you give Harry before you go out onto the roof exactly?
If you see someone attacking me, punch them. If I tell you to punch someone, punch them.
Okay. He's so excited about this instruction for punching people that he kind of, he knows you were trying to be quiet, but he kind of throws the door open a little more aggressively than he should. And he's kind of like just, punching at the air. He's kind of like ready to go, ready to punch. But when he throws that door open, the door does kind of hit the little rooftop exit. It hits the wall there and just makes this clanging sound. And how are you going to respond to that happening? More bourbon.
Deep sigh, but I'm used to this. I'd never take Harry on stealth missions for this exact reason, but I need his muscles more than I need the sneak. So
yeah.
So I'm gonna bolt out. Since if anyone's up here, they know that we're here. Thanks to that noise. So I'm just gonna step out with my gun drawn, and just like, Hattie, Ellis.
Okay, good. And what you see
I hate it when you say that.
So what you see is at first when you first open the door, you see who you think is Ellis. It's a man standing there with black hair, which would be easy enough to dye, right? He had red hair when you knew him, but has the brilliant disguise appropriate for noir movies, black hair. And he turns around and you immediately recognize his face. So the green eyes, this looks like Ellis to you. He's about 25 feet away from you right now. And they're kind of on the, not the total far end of the roof, but they're not standing right next to you, certainly. And you see Hattie there too. And Hattie she's standing in front of Ellis, and she doesn't really look like you expected her to look. You thought she might be distraught about what's happening. But she just looks like she's not reacting at all. She's just standing there kind of stone-faced, and she notices you, but she's not acknowledging you or yelling for help or anything like that. She's just standing there looking at you.
Hattie?
And Hattie just continues to look. And Ellis, Max, what are you doing here?
You told me where to find you, you idiot.
He looks down, like it's the Harry look. He looks down disappointed at himself. And he's going to start to do something a little bit odd the way you're perceiving it. He kind of holds his hands up. You can't see it. I gave myself a tiny window. He starts to hold his hands up as he looks toward you and Harry and Highball, who you have expertly kept under control because you've done your dog whispering thing previously in the game. Looks, at all three of you, raises his hands, and he starts to do some kind of incantation, some kind of chanting in your direction. Before he starts that, Max, just be calm. We can talk this through. And then it's nonsense after that. It's chanting. It doesn't sound like English to you at all.
Ellis, what the fuck is going on?
Now he closes his eyes and he's into it now. Like he's feeling what he's doing, and he starts to, his arms are like gyrating. He's really getting into whatever he's doing.
I don't have time for this shit. So I'm just going to try to walk over and grab Hattie and try and get her out of there, because I don't know what's up with Ellis, but it looks like he might be a little touched in the head.
Okay. So, since you're ignoring Ellis, we're going to have to do opposed power rolls.
Oh, God.
Here, to see how this goes. And I think Harry's probably going to need to do a power roll as well.
Yeah, because that's going to go well.
That's the most important part. So why don't you go ahead and roll first?
Ouch.
79. You could push it or spend luck.
Can you push power rolls?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
I thought you could push characteristics, but maybe not.
Yeah. Well, I'm just because you push things by putting yourself in greater danger, and I'm trying to think
how would you do that with power? That makes sense to me that you can't push that.
So
I don't know the rules. You listen to the show.
I'm gonna spend luck to make that a success. It might not do any good, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I feel like it.
Okay, how much is that? How much luck?
I'm trying to count the math.
Okay, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. I know that.
Yeah.
While you do that, I'm gonna roll for Harry.
Okay. I think I'm at 22.
Okay.
This isn't Pulp Cthulhu. I can't survive with 30 luck, so
Harry's killing it. Harry rolls 11.
Wow. He's so dumb that Ellis can't break through his dumb defenses.
Harry has no idea what's happening. He thinks this is some kind of performance art that's going on here. Good. The good news is that I said I was rolling for Harry on that and not Ellis. So let's see how Ellis does. Because if you both fail, this isn't going to quite work the way he expects it to.
Well, if he fails, it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm sure he passed.
He has successfully cast a spell on you, Max.
You're the man.
Yeah, and you feel this splitting headache. It just you're feeling this agonizing pain as he finishes this chant that he was doing, this incantation he was directing towards you.
Hangover ever.
And Harry's looking at you kind of puzzled, like, what the hell is happening to Max? But this is crippling pain, almost like you want to fall to your knees. And yeah, exactly. Just pulsating in your head. And Ellis says, now be calm, Max. And what's happened is he's cast a spell on you that's going to allow him to use mental suggestion. So you're going to have to do whatever he's asking you to do for the next 3 rounds, which I'm sure will go swimmingly well. Mm-hmm. Now, I need you to calm down, Max. I need you to...
Yeah, Ellis, I love it when a man tells me to calm down.
Well, we were 12, No, I need you to be cool. This is fine. Hattie's here, and Hattie volunteered to be here. Hattie wanted to be here. It's perfectly fine. Everything's going to be okay. Max, I need you to do something for me. And it's going to sound a bit odd. But I need you to shoot your friend.
Say what now?
I just need you to turn that gun It's no problem. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. You just need to shoot that man. And he points over to Harry, who's standing there looking at the sky.
Oh, okay. You're sure it's a good idea?
Yeah, just one shot. Just what's one shot? Just one shot. And
Okay.
give me a firearms roll.
I'm actually pretty good at firearms.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
Oh, but I failed.
Okay. All right.
It's an
Good.
84.
Okay.
Woo.
So that's a good time to fail. And
Harry survives for the moment.
so you do fire your gun. That was probably deafeningly loud for the people on the stream if it played at all. You fire your gun and it just kind of whizzes by Harry and embeds itself into that little rooftop exit that y'all came out of. And Harry is stunned by this that you've shot at him, and he just can't believe it. Max, what the hell, Max? Why'd you shoot me? And he looks at himself to see if he's shot. He's kind of like trying to assess the situation. And I'm going to ask you for a luck roll now so we can see how Highball's reacting to all of this.
Yeah. First luck roll, of course, after I've spent all of it.
Oh. Ouch.
Oof.
Okay.
Ouch.
Yeah. At 87, Highball, you're not sure if Highball failed his power roll too, but you know that obedience on the 1 that you achieved earlier in the scenario is not very helpful to you right now. Mm-hmm. And Ellis kind of gestures to the dog, like just heal the healing the heal sign, the universal heal sign. And yeah, you're surprised because you assumed when you got up here that Highball would just dart for Hattie and go for Hattie, but he's not reacting, and Hattie's not reacting. So you just shot at Harry, who Hattie knows well, and she's not reacting either.
Mm-hmm. Does shooting at my friend break me out of it, or am I still kind of...
That's a good question. So I think what's going to happen next is that maybe it's going to shorten it slightly. So instead of the 3 rounds, I may give Ellis just one more chance to act. And what he does next is he says, It's fine. I'm sorry. I thought you were good with guns. I'm sorry. As a detective, I thought you might be able to make that shot happen. He's a little disappointed, I think, in that 87 that you rolled.
I wanted to murder.
That went off the screen too because of my zoom earlier. I think you should leave, Max. I think you need to leave the roof. Why don't you leave the roof? That's a good idea. Leave the roof. Take your friend, who's standing there shocked that you just shot at him. Leave the roof. And he actually speaks directly to Harry too. Your friend is not well, sir. Take her out of here. I don't know why she's shooting at you. He didn't catch any of this, that he was directing you to shoot at him. Take her out of here. This is not for you. And he tells you to leave, Max. Tells you, come back later. Come back to my apartment. Come back to my apartment later. Everything.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a good time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, everything's fine. We'll catch up.
We'll catch up later. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll catch up later. Yeah. And why don't you give me while you're suffering here and you're kind of internally you're struggling with what's happening. You're kind of you feel like you're working against your own will. Give me a sanity check while this is all going on.
Okay. That's a success.
55, a success. So this hasn't phased your sanity. You're confused, but you're still kind of under the spell. So it's not really affecting your long-term sanity in any noticeable way. So I think you're going to want to leave now, Max. I think that sounds like a good
okay.
idea.
Okay, well we'll catch up. Okay.
All right.
So I'll walk over and come on,
Max?
Harry,
Max?
come on.
Max?
Just come with me, Harry. It'll be okay.
Harry's not sure that he wants to go with you.
It'll be fine.
Why did you shoot at me?
I shot past you, Harry.
What's going on here? I don't know.
And I'm just gonna sort of like nudge into the hallway.
Okay.
But then as soon as the door closes, he only told me to leave the roof.
Okay.
And then that was the last suggestion he had. So as soon as the door closes, wait, what?
Let's see how long this takes. Give me another luck roll.
Yeah, because I have so much luck.
You know I like to feed on luck once it's low. That's my thing.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever really spent much luck. Nope.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, so...
Hey, it's not a fumble.
You see... You go downstairs, and what you're going to do is you're going to exit the building. You're going to go all the way down the stairs, and Harry's kind of pestering you the whole way down, saying, Max, why did you shoot at me? Max, what the hell, Max? I quit. I quit. This is bullshit. And the dog is agitated too. So what's going to happen is you exit the apartment building on the first floor, and that cold Chicago wind catches you, and you feel this spinning, and the pulsating in your head is growing even more intense, but you're kind of like, you gotta shake it out, and you're out of this spell. Maybe you're far enough away. You're not sure. It could be a distance thing, but you know that he's influenced you, and you know that you shot at Harry at this point. So he might take some convincing if you're trying to bring him back up there.
Fuck! I'm gonna turn around and just run back up.
Okay.
Harry! We've got trouble!
This is when Harry looks at the camera with like a puzzled look, and then just darts up the stairs after you. And what did you do with Highball?
Well, Harry still had Highball. Like he was holding on to Highball's leash, so
you're all three going back up to the roof.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Very good. So you do that, and I'm assuming you're not stealthing, but you could stealth. It's up to you.
Oh no. I'm pissed.
Okay. So you the three of you arrive back on the rooftop, and what you see is so weird. How long do you think it took you to get downstairs?
How many floors is it? 5?
5 plus the floor to the stairs to the roof.
Oof, I don't know. I'm not that fit as a non-character.
It took Harry 10 seconds to go down and back up. But I think
Harry teleported.
It probably took a few minutes. So maybe it took 10 minutes for the whole scene, 15 minutes where you were outside, and it took you a little while to come to grips with your reality again. Now that you're you again, let's do another sanity check. I feel like we can't get through this without sanity loss.
I know, right? That would just be so sad. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know where those dice went, but they went off the screen. But it was a 6. Yeah. So with the 6, you're just trying to resolve this. You're so fixated on like setting this right that it's not really affecting the way you're perceiving things mentally.
I'll deal with the crazy later. I ain't got time for this.
Exactly. You need more bourbon before you address the crazy.
Oh yes.
So you burst out onto the rooftop,
gun in hand,
and what you see is almost a complete reversal of what you saw the first time you came out here. And that is, you see Hattie, and Hattie is standing over Ellen's body holding a bloody knife in her right hand. And I need another sanity check from you, seeing what's happening. Standing over Ellis. I don't know what I said there.
Another success.
Another success. So still holding it together. I'm just
God damn it. I can't lose sanity in a game with you.
Every time something happens, it's another roll. Roll 20s conspiring against us on that, I think. So this is what you see. And Hattie turns, because you were loud this time. Hattie turns to you like this, just holding the bloody knife. I don't know what happened. It was an accident. Max.
Hattie, put the knife down, sweetie. Put the knife down.
No, he's gonna get me. And then
Hattie,
the body's clearly clearly a dead body.
Hattie, he did.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either, Hattie. It's just he was doing some kind of shenanigans, and I don't hold with no shenanigans, so.
And Hattie drops the knife, and then she runs toward you, Max, like almost holding her arms out for an embrace. Oh, Max, thank you. I don't know what you did. You saved me, Max.
Oh, your dog's on the way upstairs. If I think I hear Harry, it's like,
give me a luck roll.
Fuck you.
I'm just making shit up to piss you off.
Oh my god.
95. Yeah, so they kind of get caught up. Harry and Moonshine, what's his name? Highball. And they they're coming up. They're just taking their time. They can hear that everything's fine now. So Max, let's go home. Should we call the police? What do you want to do?
I think we need to call the police here, Hattie. I mean, obviously he abducted you, and you were in fear for your life. Okay. We'll go find a phone. We'll call the police, and we'll get them out here.
Is that a good idea, Max? I did stab him. It was an accident. You know it was an accident. I would never stab Ellis. But the police, I don't know. Maybe we just get rid of the body or leave him here.
Hattie, is there some reason why you don't want the police to come out here?
Well, I stabbed him
yes,
so many times.
If it was self-defense, it'll be fine. And it's better to be on the good side of the cops. You know that.
You'll vouch for me.
Maybe you don't know that.
You'll vouch for me. You've got friends. You'll make it right.
So yeah,
it was an accident. It's an accident.
But we have to call them. We have to call them, Hattie.
Give me a psychology check on Hattie here, as she's telling you to keep the police out of it, and etc.
Oh, I'm going to spend 2 points of luck and make that a success.
Okay. All right. So Hattie doesn't seem to be telling the truth here. Something's off with Hattie. You're really suspicious about the Hattie this mob affiliation aside, would probably want to take care of this the right way, and would never suggest getting rid of the body. Yeah. So that seems really off to you.
All right, come on now, Hattie. You know we've got to do the right thing here. Like you know you'll be in trouble if you don't.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, Hattie just breaks down into tears, just sobbing. I'm not gonna do it. just sobbing, and buries her head into your shoulder, Max, and just take me home. Just take me home. I just want to go home. Take me to my apartment. Take me home, Max.
Just give me a minute, Hattie, and I'm gonna just hope Harry's coming up the stairs, and I'm gonna go and take a look at Ellis's very stabbed body.
Okay, good. So as you start to walk over to Ellis's body, Harry and Jack Daniels, Highball, they do start to emerge from the stairwell finally, and you notice this because it's very loud. Highball attacks Hattie, and you hear loud barking. Just Somebody on Twitch
Highball.
probably hears this loud barking as Highball.
Highball, what are you doing?
Yeah, and
Hattie?
Highball's going, help me, Highball. Highball, what are you doing? Help me. And so do you want to help? Do you want to pull Highball off?
Yeah, I'll try to pull him down. I think maybe
Okay.
he's reacting to the smell of blood or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so for now, you're going to need a strength roll. Your power of persuasion's not strong enough over Highball for this.
That's a success, I believe. Yes, just barely, but it's still a success.
Okay, so on the regular success, you're not able to fully restrain Highball, but you
Mhm.
are kind of keeping him at bay. At least he's not like physically attacking anymore, but just barking his ass off and growling and just he wants to attack Hattie at this point. Yeah. Help me, Max! Take me home! Take me home! Watch my dog. I can't deal with any of this.
Well, just hold on there a moment, Hattie. I want to take a look at that body before we do anything. Because
Take him away. He's
something's
scaring
weird.
me. He's scaring me. Highball.
Well, Hattie, why don't you just sit in the stairwell with Harry for a moment? Like, Harry, give her a hug with those big, beautiful pectorals of yours.
So Harry does exactly what you say and starts to embrace Hattie. Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be. They're there, Hattie. It'll be fine.
His massive biceps.
And he's doing it kind
Yeah.
of insincerely, like the pat on the back hug, as he's doing. This whole thing is weird. He's still, he probably lost some sanity himself after getting shot at.
Probably.
So yeah, so they're embracing in the stairwell.
This is why I keep him around.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna take a look at the body because something's weird,
Okay.
and I still can't quite believe it was Ellis.
Sure.
And I'm not sure what's going on with that whole suggestion thing.
Okay. All right. So, you walk over to Ellis's body, which you've confirmed is dead. This is Ellis's dead body. It looks like he's been stabbed multiple times, but you're not seeing anything unusual. This looks like Ellis's dead body with his dyed black hair.
Does he have anything on him? Any papers or amulets or anything interesting?
No.
Don't you fucking say a luck roll.
No. Nothing. It's just Ellis, and it's so strange. And you just hear Highball going absolutely nuts in the stairwell, which is very strange to you because all your experience with Highball was that he was a very sweet dog, unless it was something was very wrong.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go back out to Hattie.
Okay.
Like, okay, Hattie. How did it happen?
I don't know. Take me home. We'll talk tomorrow. I just get the dog away from me. The dog's scaring me. Take me home. Get this dog out of here. I just can't. I've been through too much.
But you sent me to find him, and Hattie, what's going on?
Well, he's sparking his ass off. He's very aggressive, so he's like
Yes,
ferociously trying to attack.
But you're
still.
acting strange, Hattie. Did he drug you? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't know how he convinced me to come out here. It was all so strange, but it's over now. It's done. It's over. I can just oh, look, the sun's setting. Look at that sunset. Look at it, Max. Take me home. Get me out of here. We got to get home. It's getting dark. Take me to my apartment. Take me home.
Hattie?
Yeah, we'll catch up tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Hattie, what about Jane?
What about Jane? Jane, oh God, Jane. You're right. We have so much to do. We have so much work to do. Poor Jane.
Hey, Hattie? We are not getting off this rooftop, honey, until you tell me what's going on.
Max, you saw it. You saw what happened. Ellis did something, and it brought me out here. And then I was so scared. You shot your gun, and it's so I don't know. I felt like we were in danger, so it was an accident, though. I didn't want to kill him. I didn't want to stab him. You have to understand.
I'm gonna like glance over at the like
Yeah.
15 different stab wounds.
Yeah, yeah. Still,
You-
yeah. Give me one more psychology roll here as this is developing.
Okay. This will be the time when I roll a 100. Oh, no, that's a success.
That's a success. So you feel even more strongly now than you did before that this is wrong. So between Highball viciously attacking Hattie, that's Highball's number one person. That's just the scent of Hattie on your scarf was enough to calm Highball down in the presence of danger. So something's so wrong here. And even just talking to Hattie, it might be hard to tell because I play the same person with everyone, but it just doesn't seem like Hattie at all to you. It's that this is so wildly wrong to you. You feel like in your soul that Hattie's hiding something here.
Hattie,
Yes.
you've never lied to me before.
Never. Take me home.
I don't like that you're starting now. What aren't you telling me?
There's nothing. There's nothing. It's I'm scared. I want to go home. I want to rest. I want to come see you tomorrow and the next day, and we'll get through this. We'll work through this together, Max. This is what you always wanted.
What do you mean, what I always wanted?
Well, Jane's gone. Jane's gone. Now that Jane's gone, we'll work through it together. We'll survive. We've always been fighters, Max. We can do it together like we always have.
But what do you mean what I always wanted? Hattie?
No, I mean it was always going to be us. We were always going to be together. Come on, Max.
Hattie?
This is what I've worked for my whole life. This is what you wanted. Hattie, I'm here.
Hattie, I haven't felt that way about you since we were kids. You know that. And you know I was happy for you and Jane. You moved on and
No.
I had Maureen and I've loved you as a friend since we were about 13 or so when you said you liked someone else. You know, I've never looked at you that way since then, Hattie. You know that. I would never do that to you and Jane. And I love you, Hattie, but I don't love you that way. You know that.
Oh, but I did all of this for you and us.
Did what?
You wouldn't believe what I did to make this happen. You can't be serious. You don't love Hattie? What the fuck has this all been about then? What? Are you kidding
Hattie,
me?
you're scaring me. Hattie?
No, this can't be. This is bullshit. It was you and Hattie. This doesn't make sense.
Hattie, why are you talking about yourself in the third person? You're scaring me.
And Hattie just turns and walks away from you, pretty abruptly. Just walks away from you, and almost starts to jog away from you now, just weeping, just sobbing, heavy tears, while Highball stands there as barrister, whatever his name is. Harry, it's Harry Barrister. As Harry stands there just gripping on the leash, pulling Highball back as Highball goes insane, and Hattie's running from you and just running toward the setting sun. What do you want to do, Max?
I'm gonna run after her. Like, Hattie, what's wrong? I don't understand what's going on, Hattie.
And Hattie gets to the edge of the roof and and turns around and looks at you, Max, and she looks at you in your eyes, and the look's so familiar, but it's not Hattie. It's not a Hattie look you're getting, and just says, "I love you, Max. I always have. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. I had to be with you, Max. I had to find a way. I know it seems crazy and you're going to hate me forever, but it was the only way I could think to, cause Hattie, you loved Hattie. I knew if I could just be Hattie, it would be fine." And then with that, Hattie,
Ellis?
and Hattie kind of just nods at you and takes one step back off that roof and just plummets down the side of the building.
Can I run and try to grab her hand before she falls off?
Give me a luck roll.
Fuck you.
It's got to be luck.
You know I'm never going to spend luck in one of your games ever again.
It's got to be luck.
18! 18!
All right. 18. All right. So you do it. Hattie, or I guess Ellis now, as you've discovered, starts to fade back, and you just reach out and grab the front of Hattie's shirt and pull her back onto the roof. You got to let me go. You have to let me go. We can't do this. We can't continue like this.
Where's Hattie, Ellis? Where's Hattie?
You can't. It's just There's no Hattie. It's just us. It's just us, Max. It's just us. She's gone. We can't get her back. There's no way. There's no way to get her back. It's permanent. It's permanent.
You killed her?
I didn't. She exists somewhere. I didn't kill her body. She's not here anymore. And he points to Hattie's heart. And maybe the brain. She's not here anymore. It's just me.
Shake him.
Yeah.
Get her back. Get her back. You can't do this to me, Ellis.
I don't know how. I just this is the only thing I know how to do. I worked my whole life to learn this one thing, and I did it. I did it. I finally succeeded at something, and it worked. And then you didn't love Hattie. That part was supposed to be easy. Everything else has been so hard for me. This was easy.
You thought you could kill my best friend and I would love you?
No, I am your best friend. It's me. I'm Hattie now.
You're not Hattie.
And she just crumples onto the roof, just kind of sitting down, holding her knees, rocking back and forth. I don't know what to do, Max. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god. I don't know how I'm going to explain this to anyone. And Max is just flabbergasted, for lack of a better word. Just, she doesn't know what to say or do. This is Hattie, but it's Ellis, and she wants her friend back.
That reminds me that you could do a sanity check here.
Oh yeah, I totally could.
This would probably be a pretty large one if you fail. Oh boy.
Yes, fumble.
98. All right, 98. So, instead of giving you the max, I'll still let you roll for it.
Okay.
Just give me a D20.
Okay.
5. Okay. So at
Magic
5, I think
number.
I still need an intelligence check.
Yep. I am very intelligent.
Sorry the dice is off the screen, y'all. I'll fix that next time we stream something. I almost had it, and then the window just showed up weird.
That's a success.
37. All right.
Bout of madness.
Yeah, so given this situation, what do you think Max's bout of madness might look like? Harry's just watching you like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. I think at this point, there's just been a lot going on with all the revelations about Jane, and then the anxiety about finding Hattie, and then Hattie is Ellis, and that's just too much for her to handle.
Yeah.
And she's going to just leave.
Okay.
Like, she cannot handle this situation. She cannot stand being around this person.
Yeah.
She needs to be as far away from whatever is hurting her head as much as she possibly can, and she's just leaving.
That makes sense, I think. Yeah, that's a good call. So you leave and you kind of join Harry and Highball, who's still going berserk in the background, making all this even more stressful than it already was. Your head's still pulsing. So you leave and go into the stairway. Right before that door closes to the stairway, you know what's just happened. You know that Ellis has just finished the job and walked off the roof, practically killing Hattie's body and his mind and soul. And it's over. They're all dead except for Hattie's soul in limbo, I suppose.
Max is going away as fast as she can. She's not looking back. Her brain cannot cope with all of this.
Yeah.
And she's saying, no, 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 nope. Like, just the whole way back. And she's moving faster than Harry and Highball can keep up with her. And she does not stop this sort of muttering crazily to herself until she gets home and wakes up a little bit.
And the whole way home, Harry was kind of trailing behind you with Highball, kind of pestering you. Can we stop at the diner, get some dinner? Max? Max?
No.
Okay.
No.
And they give up eventually and kind of, like, Harry knows you need to be left, so he's just going to watch after Highball for a little while. So with everything that developed there, with everything that happened, let's try to put a little coda on Max's life here. How does this play out? How does Max cope with this? And does she investigate it any further? She is a PI. What happens from here?
I think Max is going to get into researching the occult now. Like, she was never interested in it before, but like, she's plagued with nightmares about this whole soul transfer thing and seeing Hattie with the bloody knife and all of that. So she's gonna start obsessively researching all of this. And she's still going to keep up her PI practice to pay the bills, but she's obsessed with finding a way if Hattie's soul is out there somewhere.
Right, that makes sense.
She can maybe bring her back somehow. So you
have to kill someone else to put Hattie inside their body.
She hasn't thought that far ahead. all she's thinking of is, like, she has one friend.
Yeah.
And if her one friend is there, like,
put her in Highball's body. No, that's really cool though. I think that's that's episode 2. No, but that all makes perfect sense to me. So what Max discovered in that occult research is that a couple things. One is that Ellis, his adopted family, was very into the occult. So he learned how to do some of this magic from his mother who adopted him, and she taught him some of this old magic, and he worked his whole life to make this happen. He was just obsessed with Max his whole life. Just the only way he could reason that he could make it work was if he became Hattie. So he became very good at a handful of spells, including seeing just kind of brief glimpses into the future, and at mental suggestion, being able to kind of influence your actions for a short period of time. That's how he convinced Hattie to go out to the roof with him without a struggle. The other spell, the hard spell, the one that requires sacrifice, that he learned, was mental transfer, really just transferring the mind and soul to another body. So he used that to transfer his mind and soul, Ellis's, into Hattie's body, and that's what you saw. He did that. He succeeded at that and then killed the remaining body of Ellis to finish the job and to convince Max so brilliantly with Academy Award winning acting that this had been done successfully. And you've learned all this, and now you're just kind of trying to find a way to bring Hattie back, right, in some way.
And that'll be the sequel adventure.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, thank you, everyone on Twitch. Thank you for hanging in with us for a little longer than we expected, but I felt like it would have been ridiculous to try to pick it up for a 30-minute adventure a week from today. So it felt better to finish. So thank you to Rena for hanging in there for the conclusion. That scenario was a lot different than what I'm used to because, we usually go in everywhere guns blazing. So that was much more role play heavy, maybe more in the spirit of Call of Cthulhu, but no monsters or anything like that.
And I didn't set fire to even one thing.
Yeah, you had a phobia of fire. We didn't get to that, but
next adventure.
Yeah, so we stayed away from fire. But yeah, thank you, everyone. Please do check out our podcast as well at ain'tslayed.com or ain'tslayednobody.com. Just search for Ain't Slayed Nobody anywhere. You'll be able to find us. And Rena, you can follow me on Twitter at CuppyCup. How can people find your stuff outside of Ain't Slayed Nobody?
You can find me again on Twitter at Snarky Romulan. You can also find me on Discord, the Ain't Slayed Discord, again, and How We Roll, and the Good Friends of Jackson Elias. I'm there pretty much 24/7 as Romulan Rena, the same name I have on Twitch. And again, you can find me in an upcoming arc on the First Watch D&D podcast. And there's some other fun things in the works that I've got coming up, so just pay attention to my Twitter and you'll hear about those.
Yeah, Mr. Corbett in October. All right, so I'm going to try to make this available video on demand. I have to leave and let someone out of our house right now. Thank you everyone for hanging in there. I hope you enjoyed it. This was kind of testing the waters, and I think we both had a lot of fun with it. So we appreciate y'all. All right, take care. Y'all. Thank you, Rena, and thank you, everybody.